I wish everybody could see us in the background while that thing is running. Brian's doing this. Yeah, you were. Oh, quit lying.
Surprised you're not up dancing.
You were doing the to the theme song to the show. Brian was going.
I haven't heard Brian talk yet tonight. I think he's on mute.
Are you on mute, Brian?
No, I am on mute. I was.
He's concentrating.
There was a NVIDIA driver or a GeForce Experience driver that was updating in the meantime, and I kept myself on mute because I didn't want it to really mess with anything. So.
Well, it's Friday. Welcome, everybody, to the Friday Night BS show. We got some pretty cool topics tonight. I don't know if we're going to touch this one. I think we're going to wait until Jennifer comes on, and if we have another lady that jumps in. What's up, Michael? To touch that first one. Hey, why marriage doesn't work because it's outdated. What do you guys think? Should we wait for some ladies on the panel for that one?
Well, yeah, because otherwise it's definitely going to be a one-sided conversation.
Right. We will be called chauvinist pigs the whole fucking time, so we're not going to touch that one guy.
I've been called a chauvinist pig before. It doesn't seem to faze me.
It doesn't faze you, Bob?
If the shoe fits, wear it, right, Bob?
I will wear that bitch proudly.
All I want is a sandwich. I'm not asking for much. That's all. That's all I'm asking.
I can't believe you can't get a sandwich, John.
I can get a sandwich. How's it going, Bob? It's Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah. You know what? I'm sitting here thinking, John, if you went to Buffalo, you could get a sandwich, right?
Don't go there. Don't go there. Love you, Karen. I love you, Karen.
Karen doesn't watch anyway.
Karen watches the replay.
Wasn't it Subway, Bob or John?
Huh?
Wasn't it Subway that you advertised?
Yeah. Subway. Yeah. Subway is like prostitution.
Yeah.
Subway's like, it's another job that your wife won't do. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. No, God. No. Bruce, Friday. How was your golf game today, Bruce? Did you break 80?
I played pretty good today. The fireball was kicking in, and then Wednesday I had an amazing game and lots of fireball. I had, believe it or not, 3 birdies in a row.
Hey, let's all wish Michael some healthy weeks ahead, buddy.
I'm Morgan.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Hey, Morgan.
Did you hear that? Three birdies in a row. I didn't get nothing, huh?
Wow.
Shit. Hold on. Whoa, time out. Wait a minute. You get something. Hell yeah. You get 3 birdies in a row.
There you go. Get some Snoop Dogg.
All right.
I sunk a 65-foot putt uphill for the first birdie.
With the shoes off in the snow.
With one leg with my eyes closed backwards. Right? And then the par 3, I was on the fringe, dropped that in for a birdie. The next par 3 on the fringe, dropped that one in for a birdie.
Michael says miniature golf.
Huh?
Miniature golf? No. He birdied the clown hole. And
the windmill.
Yeah. And the dragon. There's always a dragon. There's always a dragon.
Yeah. I went over a little bridge and over the water and right into that concrete hole.
Well, I got to ask though. Okay, the first hole you birdied.
Yeah.
Par 4, par 5.
Par 4.
Par 4.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Second hole.
Par 3.
Par 3. That's nice. So that's what, 115 yards?
Well, no, it's 185 yards.
Okay, 185. So it's a decent hole. The third one?
Another 187.
Oh, another short one.
Par 3.
Par 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right on the fringe.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually shot it. What is she?
and then he bogeyed 6 in a row.
I double bogeyed the first 2 holes, so I thought it was going to be a sucky round. But then I had like 7 pars, 3 birdies, and ended up shooting like an 82 or something like that. So it was a pretty good round. But today wasn't as good. I still shot in the 80s, but it wasn't. It was like 85 or 86 today. So.
Well, that's pretty good. Even because today was a little windy, not as windy as
Yep.
yesterday. So that's
Yep.
pretty good. Pretty good. You're almost at my level, Bruce. Maybe we'll start playing.
Wow.
Couple
we'll start
couple of
playing.
years, John, I might be there.
Yeah, and let's go to North Dakota and say hello to our little buddy, Brian.
Eh?
Hey.
Eh?
Well, hey.
Hey.
I thought for sure he was going to go quack, quack.
No. 'Cause I'm gonna find a way to find one of those ducks and shoot it. Like I'm gonna work with Tom on this. Like that's we're just gonna do it.
What you need to do, okay, I shouldn't tell you what you need to do here, but it would be hilarious if you find a gift of the old duck hunt game, shooting the duck, and I'll add it to the show. You know what I'm talking about? So the duck, I'm sure you can find a gift of that game somewhere where the duck takes off and flies and just shoots it.
Yeah, you
There
got the
you go.
gun and you can shoot it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you have the dog that pops up and laughs at you.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I know I'm not that young. I know the game.
Everybody's played it.
Yeah, wasn't that like Atari?
That was Nintendo.
Oh, that was Nintendo. Nintendo.
yeah.
I had to
Funny-
think
funny-
there for a second.
The funny part about
I
the
didn't-
game is that the gun will not work on LCD TVs or flat screens now.
Yeah,
You have to have a tube TV for it to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
got to have that old tube TV, man. I got one sitting
I
in my
played
garage.
that game at Tilt inside the mall.
That's right. Because that's where that game started. That game was in there.
Is that arcade still in the mall?
Oh, it can't be.
They took it out. That whole area is a food court.
Oh, is it?
Let me throw this out. Hey, Morgan, if you want to come on when we talk about marriage, we'd love to have two women on the panel. So if you're up for that, let me know or Brian know, and we'll send you the link.
Is Jennifer coming out?
Jennifer's coming on. She said as soon as she's done playing Halo, Jennifer will be joining us.
Well, that could be a while.
Once we get into the marriage segment, Brian's got to have his lovely wife come down.
Yes, we do need Danielle to come on.
She's been kind of
upstairs.
AWOL the last few weeks, there, Brian.
Yeah, she's upstairs right now. She's getting the kid to bed.
Tell her I
okay.
will not bring up the word sandwich throughout the whole show. I promise.
You can't
Yeah, I mean-
you can't promise that, man.
He's
We
lying.
need to have somebody on there who's happily married, so they
Happily.
can tell us how to do it right.
Yeah. What are we doing wrong? What did I do wrong other than work 16 hours? I'm not going to go there. All right. Let's jump into which one you guys want to do. Best summer vacation, high school shenanigans. We'll wait for the girls for the first kiss one too, because I like to get their that they have to have this perfect kiss to move on.
You're the host. Pick one.
All right. Hey, ask Tom can come on, Summer. We'd love to hear how Tom is still alive after marrying a Sicilian. That would be perfect. We'd love to hear Tom's thoughts. Love you, Summer. Let's go high school shenanigans. Who wants to start first? Bob's the man.
I got a great story. This is an awesome story. All right, so I had a couple friends who were extremely intelligent, but they were burnouts. And my best friend was a Hispanic young man named Bobby Perez, who was madly in love with this Mormon chick named Sherry Marmon. Okay?
Oh, you remember names from high school, Bob?
Dude, Bob's. Don't even question Bob's ability to remember a name, dude. It's yeah. Don't even go there.
So we had a newspaper that came out once a week, and in the newspaper there was a syndicated column called Dear Diane. So me and my buddy Dave Burton and Robert Fulton were bored one day. This is our senior year. We were bored one day. We're in the cafeteria because at that time, open campus, which means all the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors went out to McDonald's, Jackson Box, Carl's Jr. So just the seniors stayed on campus. So it was very light. So we were there. We were bored. So we decided, hey, let's write a letter to Dear Diane for Bobby Perez.
That's
So we
messed
did.
up.
So, dear Diane, I am a Hispanic young man, and I'm very much. I have feelings for this white girl whose parents will not allow her to date anybody of another race. The prom is coming up. What should I do? Signed, BP.
That's messed up.
Okay.
Huh? That's messed.
So we wait. All of a sudden, the week before prom, the paper comes out, and the letter's in there. Okay, the letter is in there. So we're getting a charge out of it because I'm going to see Bobby at lunch because we shared lockers. And only three people at this point know what's going on, which is me, Dave Burton, and Robert Fulton. So he comes to the locker. He's got the paper in his hand. People are looking at him. People are like, they're looking at him and stuff and all this stuff. And he goes, Sharp, have you read this? I said, yes, I have. He goes, did you read the Dear Diane? I said, yes, I have. He goes, everyone thinks it's me. And with a straight face, I go, it is.
That's messed
And
up.
I told
Mom.
him that we wrote it like 2 or 3 months ago. And he went ballistic. Everybody's in the hallway at Davis is laughing at him. He goes to his next class, and one of the teachers walked over to him and said, don't worry, Bobby, it'll be okay. Just give her parents some time. And, but everybody, the whole day for the next 2 weeks, everybody was just like, trying to make him feel better about himself and stuff. And we laughed our ass off.
Oh shit. Bruce, you got one from high school? I know you had to do something crazy in the 50s.
Oh man, back then we didn't go to high school. It was just a wood building that they had anywhere from the little preteens to the high schoolers. No, yeah, I mean
I'm sure none of these people are watching, so you can get away with telling the story, Bruce.
well, I did lose a girl one night, literally. So I went to a party, bunch of people there, and it was up in the hills above Burlingame called Hillsboro, which the blocks are like 5 blocks long. It's all wooded. There's
I know where
golf course
Hillsboro
up
is
there.
at.
You know Hillsboro, right? So I'm up there at this Hillsboro party, and everybody's getting hammered, getting drunk. There's a real cute blonde, and I had kind of knew her, and I kind of blended in with the crowd a little bit and stuff like that. And she goes, hey, Bruce, can you take me for a walk? I need some air. I'm really getting buzzed. So she said, yeah, no problem. Well, not familiar exactly with that block. It turned out that block seemed like a 15-mile hike. So as we were getting back and we're coming to the house, she finally passes out drunk. She can't make it anymore. She's out cold, right? And I pick her up. I'm carrying her as far as I can. It's like, well, just what I need. Honestly, a Hillsboro cop is going to drive by and I'm going to fucking get arrested for assaulting some drunk gal. And I'm just trying to get her back to the party, right? So I thought, shit, I can't carry all the rest of the way. I don't know how far I got to go. I'm gonna hide her over here in these bushes, and I'm gonna get my car and drive back and pick her up, right? So I tuck her into the bushes, and I say I got a landmark, and I drive back, get my car, drive back, and then I can't remember where the hell I put her. So now I'm parked on the road. I'm drunk. I'm looking for a drunk girl I hid in the bushes someplace. I finally find her, get her back in the car. She's still out cold. Get her back. Just pull up in front of it. Her girlfriend's come out. Long enough, quick enough for me to open the door before she heaved. So luckily it was outside the car, right? So they took care of her and stuff like that. And then I kind of drank and partied some more. And then the last thing I remember is somebody pushing on the bathroom door to try to get in the bathroom. And there was I was like passed out on the bathroom floor, just KO'd. So that's how that party went. And I actually ended up dating her for a while.
You dated her. Well, there you go.
Yeah, but then I got
Dylan didn't take advantage of her. He needed to find time to take advantage of her. You know what I'm saying?
well, and it turned out her family was very wealthy. I don't know what her mom did, but they had this like huge house with those Roman pillar swimming pool things and all that stuff. And I got invited to some function that they were doing, and I showed up, and her mom introduced me as her daughter's fiance, and was planning our wedding. And that was the last time that was I think our last date at that point. So.
Bob, that whole sandwich sounds great. You lost me when you wrote wheat. That's all I'm saying. You lost me when you wrote wheat. Now, if you would have said a French roll or some fresh baked bread, I would have said perfect sandwich. You almost had it. Almost.
Wax peppers? She's not going to use the real ones?
Yeah, those are the little green wax peppers. Those things are freaking delicious.
Gringo right here. Gringo.
My senior year. Oh, you want to? Oh, yeah. That's
They
nice.
ran around the toilets and let the pheasants loose in the commons. Well, I guess that's a country thing.
Got to be a country thing. Brian, do you got a story before I go into mine?
Is that a North Dakota thing? Wrapping the saran wrap toilets and letting the pheasants loose?
Well, each high school up here did their own like senior pranks and whatnot. And,
Yeah.
And they're all different. I never did anything like ridiculous in high school. All my stupid shit I did when I was a kid came after high school.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't have anything for high school, but
you were a good
after
boy.
high school, I got a lot of funny stories after high school.
You were a good boy, like Morgan.
Brian had the halo in high school, huh?
All right. I got a story. I'm debating whether I should go into this story because it may piss off my older brother, Phil, but it wasn't his fault.
Go ahead.
It is a high school story, and it is also a McHenry story, Bob.
Oh. Love McHenry.
So we're cruising McHenry, and of course, I'm younger. Philip just turned 18. Yeah, that's right. Phil just turned 18. So him and Jesse were in their truck. And, of course, me and Troy were the younger ones. So they put us in the back of the Chevy Love pickup. So we're in the back, which was fine with me because that gave me an opportunity to talk to the girls a lot easier when we came to a stoplight than it did if we were sitting in the front seat. Look at Bob. All right, it's no lie. Everybody knows I have a thing for blondes. So when I see a blonde, boom, I don't waste any time. So these girls pull up in their car, and she's got I think it's a Trans Am, like a 70. It was a really nice Trans Am. So he pulls up. It's a brunette and a blonde. So I see her from the corner of my eye. So we go down McHenry, and then how everybody used to turn around at, what was it? Well, it wasn't Subways, but not Subway. What was the name of that little supermarket that used to be there before Briggsmore? Everybody used to turn around to go back up McHenry.
We turned around at Long's.
Long's, that's what it was.
In
it was
Long's parking lot.
Yeah, Long's parking lot. So we turned around to meet up to talk to them. So I didn't waste any time. I just jumped out of the truck and I went right over to the passenger side before my brother Phil got over there. So Phil ends up with the brunette. I end up with the blonde. We take off on our separate ways. And I don't want to get into what happened, but we ended up back at my house, and we get to we did our thing. We ended up back at the house. I go inside. I go to sleep. An hour goes by. I hadn't noticed my brother Phil wasn't back yet. So now it's like 2:30 in the morning. All of a sudden we hear at the door. So I wake up before my dad gets up because my dad was right behind me. I open the door. It's a police officer. So the cop goes, "Hey, we're looking for Phil Truncali and this girl." And she had lied to my brother and said she was 18 when she was 17.
Uh-oh.
So dad was mad. You know what? I'm going to stop the story right there. I can't hear you, Bob. You're muted.
No, go ahead. Finish it. Let's go.
Well, they're looking for my brother. My brother's, they end up finding him at Davis Park of all places. That's the story. I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to
Did
get
they-
my
did
ass.
they
I'm
find
going to get
her
my ass
with or without clothes on.
with clothes on. Yeah, with clothes on.
Yeah, see, Davis Park, the
Yeah.
dugouts were very popular when you wanted to go make out or, get your freak on.
Yeah, well, no, Michael, actually, she had lied to my brother the whole time. So my brother, and plus my brother just turned 18. So it was just like, I think maybe a month of turning 18. So yeah, she had lied to my brother. We figured she was she looked over 18. She was on McHenry after midnight, which you're not supposed to do anyway. But come on. That's my
I'm thinking, I'm thinking that those chicks were from like Kilmar or something, because who finds a man attractive? If,
Downey.
who finds a man attractive if he's in a Chevy Love pickup?
Oh no, dude, this Chevy Love pick. You remember back then? It was
Uh-huh.
slam. It was slammed. It had stereo rims. You know how it was back
Chevy
then, bud.
Love.
It's still a Chevy Love pickup truck.
It wasn't
man.
mine. It
Love.
wasn't my. I left my. I had my Fiat Spider at that time, convertible, and I didn't go out with my own car because
How
I
did you
still
ever
was.
fit in that damn Spider?
Oh, I fit in there perfect. I fit in there. My dates fit in there perfect too. Now I had that car a couple months, and I still wasn't comfortable going out on McHenry with it because it was just I still wasn't like really like I don't know not confident, but I felt secure enough to be out there with that car like I was going to hit somebody, And I'm glad I didn't because like I didn't have a back seat in that car. I had 2 Servan Vega 12s back there and 4 Servan Vega 8s back in my back seat. And the back seat was still there. You could still see the back seat, but it was all speakers and nobody was allowed to sit on it. So I got one of the first sound disturbance tickets in Modesto when they changed the law. Yeah, on McHenry at 10:30 in the morning coming home from work. He pulled me over to give me a ticket. And I was like, what did I do wrong? He goes, you're too loud. And he's looking in my car. He's like, where's the speakers? And I go, I don't have any speakers. He goes, no, that's not going to work. I felt it. He goes, I go, no, there's no speakers back there. And I got it was $75. I think it was $75 that ticket. $75.
I loved McHenry when I worked at the liquor store because I was going to college. I was like 20 years old. I closed up on Saturday nights at 9:00.
Hey, Chris.
And I would grab like a 12-pack, and I would because I was renting a house from Joe Simile Sr. I was renting one of his houses, like $300 a month. So I would have to go up McHenry and turn on Roseburg. So I'd get a 12-pack of beer from work. I'd start on McHenry. I'd pull up next to a couple of girls. I would just pull the 12-pack up, put it down, follow me. And that's how I'd get girls back to the house.
Yeah. All right, Morgan, when you come on, we want to hear the pig story. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anytime you got a story that involves pigs, we need to hear it.
Well, Danielle's got to explain the trend rampant pheasants too, because I'm kind of curious about that one.
Yeah. Hey, so John, what did your dad and mom say to your brother about having the cops show up?
Nothing. Because no, my brother was honest. My brother's like, there's no way, he would be with her if he knew that she wasn't 18, because he just turned 18. He knew the rule. He knew the laws. He knew what was up. He ended up dating her for like a year, so it didn't really matter.
Okay.
Yeah, they ended up dating for quite some time because her dad really liked him. So who couldn't like my brother Phil? Come on.
Yeah,
right.
I was telling my nephew I've got an underage story, but we'll say that for another time.
Yeah, save it for another time. Morgan, you can come on right now if you want to share that pig story. I have another story, but it just skipped my. Oh, okay. I got another. I think I've told this story on here before, but it was another McHenry story. And I was on McHenry, going down McHenry, and at the very end, towards Jack in the Box, on the side streets. You remember there used to be a church over there, Bob? Right?
Yeah.
Remember that church?
Yeah.
I had to take a piss, like a racehorse. And I pull in over there, and I was taking a piss, and I got a ticket for peeing in public right there. Thank God back then it was just peeing in public, because nowadays,
Right.
I guess, nowadays
Yeah, you're a pedophile, Mark.
yeah.
You're flashing youngsters in their car.
Yeah, and that's not half the problem with that story. So I got this ticket. I figure I could keep it from my parents. I can go to court. I'm a minor, so I got to go in there. I get over there in court, and the judge is one of my dad's friends from Sons of Italy. So he reads my name out, John Truncali. You wouldn't happen to be son of Grace and Frank Truncali now, would you?
Danielle, Brian, you got the wife working?
Yeah, she's
She's up
sanding.
there scrubbing floors, Brian.
Yeah, she's scrubbing that floor like Cinderella. You're gonna let the maid? What was Cinderella?
I wouldn't remind her about Cinderella because she has to read that story to the kiddo every night.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to make her mad. Do you have two evil stepsisters? Yeah, you do. Bruce, your husband, and his roommate. They're just the evil two stepsisters.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I must have done a lot of stuff because we went to this wedding. This is going way back, and good buddy of mine, was high school, and it was he happened to be at the wedding, so he was sitting at the table with my wife and I, my daughter, who was at that time high school age. So he's sitting there and he's going, and she goes, "So Rick, tell me what my dad was like in high school." And he goes, "Oh my God, I've got so many stories." He goes, and he started rifling all this crap off that we did, and I'm just kind of looking at him going, man, I don't remember 95% of that crap that we did. Finally, I had to tell him to time out. I said, you're going to give her too many ideas of what her dad was like in high school. But apparently I was, quite the entertainer.
I went through a stretch right after high school because I didn't drink in high school. But after high school, when I was going to college, I was an alcoholic. And I didn't stop until I started working at MTC. Did I slow down drinking? Because I worked in a liquor store. I had keys to a liquor store when I was 19 years old. I mean, we closed Saturday night at 9 o'clock.
That place didn't help your drinking either.
No, I mean, I'm rolling kegs out to my car at 9 o'clock. My buddies would call from the payphone at Woodward Reservoir. Hey, we're out here, Woodward. Bring a keg. Okay. I throw a keg in my car, go out there. I wouldn't tap it till I had my $54, but I would always put in the first 10.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Bruce, it didn't help working at MTC and not drinking.
Oh yeah, that was even worse.
Don't even lie to me there, dude. I've seen what happens on Friday with you company guys.
Well, yeah, not anymore because once Doug Ramos got his DUI, they stopped doing that. Yeah. And I should have had a DUI that night too because him and I were the last ones there, and I could barely pop.
I've seen you there at Outback a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I don't know, Bob.
And at BJ's.
At BJ's.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, you had all right. Tell us something you did after high school.
After high school.
Sure. So we had a buddy of mine's apartment. So I used to live with it wasn't a classmate of mine. It was he was 2 ahead of me. Anyways, that's where we all used to hang out and drink all the time. Me and other people who weren't of age to drink. So anyways, that's what we did. So he lived on the second floor, and we usually get a lot of snow here in North Dakota. So one night I decided to, when I was drunk, and I'm looking outside in the balcony because that's where we would smoke, and I was looking down. I'm like, I could jump that. I could easily jump off here and be absolutely fine. Looking that's down again, I'm like, oh yeah, that's plenty deep enough. I'm like, it'd just be nice soft snow. So I climbed over and I jumped off, and what happened was one leg hit soft snow, the other one hit hard ice. So both legs went like this. And I just flopped on my back and just hurt for a while, and I looked up, and buddy's just up there laughing at me. And so I told him, I said, I need a beer. So he holds his hand over the railing, and he looks down, and then he drops it and lands right. I had my hand cupped like this, lands right in my hand. I was sitting there in the snow, so I just I just sat there and drank my beer and then went back upstairs after that. Yeah, that was fun.
That's not good. Bob, you got another story, Bob?
Well,
I got a concert story, but I'll share it in a little bit.
I don't have a high school story, but I was 26 years old. Me and a roommate of mine, we were in a 3-bedroom house on Palomino. We had a pool and a hot tub. And at that time, there was a girl at work, Monica, who she would go out, and she'd always end up drunk on my front doorstep. So I just started leaving the front door open. She'd come in, jump in bed, and so I'm home one night. I just got back from the bar.
Whose bed, Bob?
Mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
you
she
had
just come in.
roommates, so I wasn't sure
in.
whose bed. Yeah, whose bed
Oh,
she was
I'm
hopping
sorry.
in.
No, she would. Yeah, she would come in and just get in bed. And I had one rule back then. I mean, I was in shape. I was a good-looking dude, and I had one rule: if you're a woman, if you're coming over to spend the night, you're sleeping naked, regardless. Okay, that's Bob's rules. Okay, and it seemed to work pretty good at the time. So I'm asleep. It was like 3:00 in the morning. I just got to sleep, and I was already in bed with nothing on. Okay. And I'm laying there and I hear a car pull up and I hear a door slam. I'm like, okay, she's here. Okay, great. So I hear 2 voices. I hear the front door open. I hear the front door close. They turn the corner. They come in my room. And it's her little sister. Her 16-year-old sister and her friend.
Oh, no.
So
And
they
you're
jump
butt
on my
naked in the
bed.
bed.
Oh, yeah. So I am, but they're not. And
Yeah.
And they're like, we're tired. We need to sleep here. I go, okay, so you guys need to get out of my room for a minute. Why? So I can put some clothes on. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to walk down this street.
No.
And her little friend was like, no, that's okay. We can sleep. No, you're not sleeping next to me.
Oh,
No.
no.
Go
Not
into the
16.
front room.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some clothes on. You come back in here when I call your name. All right. So they come in and they get in bed and I'm standing there and it's just like I wait 10 minutes, they fall asleep. I grab a pillow and a blanket and I went out and slept in the den. And then I had to answer the front door at 5:00 in the morning because her mom was looking for her all night.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Hey, Danielle, go clean off the sawdust and get yourself cleaned up and get down there and share some of those stories.
She's sanding the floor?
I'm assuming she's scrubbing. She's scrubbing. So
Yeah.
is she full of crap, Brian? Is she just upstairs? No, she's actually. Oh, she's mopping. She's mopping. She's mopping.
Yeah, no, we have.
What sort of illegal things did you do that night?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Brian
Oh,
might not want her to
illegal.
share those stories.
There'll be illegals
Yeah.
that night.
Oh no, I'm gonna let her tell her stories. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
them. She'll tell them.
One
She didn't know
one
Brian
night-
back then.
Hey,
Gator,
right?
Gator.
There it is.
Let's
One
start
day-
calling
one
Bob
day-
Gator.
one day in band camp.
Yeah, one time at band camp.
One time at band camp.
I was this close in high school to coming up with a good band camp story, but I didn't go there. I
I
couldn't
wasn't
do
in
it.
band.
I couldn't do it. And no, it didn't involve a flute.
No, he was doing the trumpet. Remember?
Yeah, no. No, but she shoved the flute up his ass.
Oh, the flute. Yeah.
Yeah, one time I took a flute up my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time at band camp. Yeah.
One time.
Yeah. No. All right,
That-
guys.
That American Pie movie was hilarious.
Dude, if I had did
I mean,
just
I
like
played the flute.
if I mean I'm playing
Son, what are you doing to the pie?
Danielle, stop hating me. I'm trying to be nice. Brian, did you get that flute tested? You didn't get it tested? I'm not gonna go.
No, she just got it back. Actually,
Oh,
her sister had it for a
Danielle
long time.
plays the flute.
Yeah, Danielle played the flute in high school.
Yeah,
Huh?
she played actually in Carnegie Hall in New York.
Yeah.
Did she?
Nice.
She was a good flute player then.
Mhm.
One time at band camp, huh, Danielle?
Mm-hmm. With that
Danielle's got some band camp stories. I
I
bet.
bet you she does. Huh?
So out of
I'm
curiosity,
wondering-
like,
I'm wondering where they came up with the idea for that movie. Now we know.
Now, if I did half the shit in that movie, I'd end up in prison.
right?
Come on, man. And there, I don't care, honestly. All right, I'm going to be honest here. Because we all had a buddy with a hot mom. We all, don't even pretend like you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
We all had one buddy that had, there is no fucking way on God's green earth I don't care how horny I was as a teenager, there's no way I'm sleeping with a buddy's mom. No way.
I don't think that thought ever crossed my mind.
Yeah, that's insane. When there's just
Nor did the warm pie either. So
yeah, that's the other thing. There's no way I'm sticking anything in a warm.
thinking a warm pie.
Hi, Danielle.
How's that scrubbing?
How's my favorite redhead? How's my favorite redhead?
I want to know if you made a sandwich yet.
Floors to dry in the one section so I can do the rest.
John wanted to know if your sandwich was done yet.
Don't get her started.
I ate it. I got hungry from all that hard work.
Yeah, no.
Boobs are pulling out. Sorry.
Call Jimmy John's.
Give
I
us
had
your
that the other day. It was really good.
band
No.
camp story.
You know what I had last night? It was named after you, John. It was called the Loaded Italian.
Ooh, that sounds good. Copa, mortadella.
I don't know. It was from Arby's.
It's from.
That's Italian.
At the Copa.
The Copa, come on.
John, Arby's. That's Italian.
No, that's not even
Oh,
close to
Arby's.
being Italian.
Arby's.
You have the meats.
How
Oh,
was the
man.
sandwich, Danielle?
Delicious. I was craving it.
It was good. I'm gonna have to look it up. What was it called?
It's called the
The
Loaded,
loaded
Italian.
Italian.
The Loaded
Like I said,
Italian.
it's named after you.
Yeah.
I'm getting loaded. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying some new brand here. I've never had this. Come on, focus, you damn camera. There you go.
Do we actually have an Arby's in town, John?
Yeah, on Standiford.
Is it?
Yeah, Stanford, yes.
Just past Prescott.
Yeah, it's on the corner of Prescott and Stanford in that shopping center where the pool supply place is and Save Mart.
Yeah. Okay,
Across the
let's
street from
check
Mountain
it.
Lights.
Oh,
It
okay.
is thin sliced ham, salami, pepperoni, melted cheese, banana peppers, shredded lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, and red wine vinegar and garlic aioli, and toasted Italian slice. Everything sounds good, but I would replace the ham with some, I don't know, a spicier meat like a calabrese. What is that? A copa? Yeah, a copa or something a little spicier. I don't know. Sounds good.
John,
Yes, sir.
it's Arby's.
I know it's a fucking Arby's, but I do like when they have the 5 for $5.
Oh yeah, 5 for $5 is good. Now they're doing
Yeah.
2 for $6 on the big cheddars and stuff. Or
Yeah, the big
pizza
cheddars. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that melted cheddar roast beef sandwich is pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it
went
is.
crazy. I went crazy the other night, and I don't eat chicken. Everybody, I don't know if you guys know that. I don't eat chicken unless I cook it myself. But I won't eat my mom's chicken. I won't eat anybody's chicken unless I cook it myself. So, but for the first time, I said I wanted a chicken fajita from Taco Bell. You know, those chicken fajitas. So I got 2 chicken fajitas.
So, is there a story behind this chicken phobia thing?
I worked in a restaurant. I know how you can kill someone with chicken and pork. So I ordered 2 chicken, whatever those chicken quesadillas, and a 5-layer bean burrito, and a nacho and a soda, and it was almost $18. I was like,
What were
the
you
fuck?"
smoking that day, John?
I was smoking nothing. You know when your eyes are bigger than your stomach?
Yeah.
I did have a
Especially
couple
if you were
glasses of
drinking?
wine. Yeah.
So,
But still,
Especially
I was
drinking?
shocked. It was $20. It was almost $20.
so my floors are almost dry. You wanted to know about the pheasants and the
Yeah.
saran wrap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's with the saran wrap in the toilet and letting the pheasants loose?
Okay, so there are two different pranks. Like the first one is the saran wrap of the toilet. So if you lift up the lid and like the seat of the toilet and you put saran wrap around the bowl and then you put it back down, you can't tell. So when somebody goes to take a piss, it just would go everywhere. And they did that just in the teachers' facilities.
Oh.
And then I'm from Bismarck, which is capital of the state, whatever. So my class wasn't small. It was like 400 people, so it's pretty good size for this area. And they had a big locker bay kind of in the center of the school that was attached to the commons area, which is like where we had our cafeteria, all that crap. So some of the redneck boys found pheasant because they're kind of all over there. And they trapped the pheasant and they let them go in the school. And it's all enclosed because we're in, North Dakota. It's not warm enough to have anything else outside. So they let all of the pheasant go in the locker bay, and they had to call like animal control to come and get him and stuff.
You guys have. I didn't know you guys had pheasants up there.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
flew
wow.
many with my car. Well, or
that's awesome. No, I love pheasant, smoked pheasant.
Our rival school, they actually had somebody sneak a cow into the third floor of the building.
How do they sneak a cow
all
into
the
the
way
third
up
floor?
the stairs. And I don't know if you know anything about cows, but they don't go downstairs. They won't.
Nice.
They won't go down, right?
No, they won't go downstairs.
Yeah.
So sadly, because they couldn't fit it in the elevator at the school, they had to like trank it and try and get it out, and it ended up dying. So that was sad.
That's
but that
terrible.
was our rival school, and they were a bunch of trashy idiots anyways. So
Yeah. Davis High School. I think it was Davis or Downey. I'm not sure which one did it, but they ended up coming to Bayer and cutting our palm trees down. The 3 oldest palm trees that were in front of the school that were like 30 feet tall. Yeah, it was bad. That's when the pranks all stopped. School, Bayer, Davis, Downey, and they said, that's it. And those palm trees were there since 1970 something. So when the school opened, 77, 76, and then 86 is when I graduated, and they cut them down our senior year. So someone came in the middle of the night and cut all 3 palm trees down.
we had something similar like that happen, but ours was homecoming pranks.
Yeah.
So North Dakota is very conservative and kind of behind the times on some of this stuff. So the one year we played a town, and their mascot was the midgets. And so our T-shirts literally said "kick the midgets," and it was the small person like, going through the uprights. And then the next year we played a school where the
Definitely not PC in North Dakota.
not at all at the time, no way. And that school still has that mascot name, which is ridiculous.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And then
Erica.
the other year, actually my senior year, we played a team where their mascot was the coyotes. And some of the boys went hunting the night before the game, and they killed a coyote, and they strung it up from the football uprights. And
Country boys.
got into some pretty big trouble. But yes, I've been playing the flute since I was in 3rd grade, John. It's never gone anywhere. I've never gone to band camp, but I have played in Carnegie Hall. So.
That's awesome. When Brian
never-
said that, I
you
was
never
like,
went
that's
to band
fucking
camp.
awesome.
Carnegie Hall, cool, but no band camp stories, huh?
What is it going to
I
take
never
for
was.
what is it going to take for Danielle to play the flute on the show?
Dude, I just picked it up again like 3 weeks ago for the first time since 2000.
It's like riding a bike. It's like riding a
It's
bike.
not. I played the clarinet. I played the clarinet and the saxophone, and man, I couldn't do it at all, man.
Why can't I picture Bruce playing those two instruments? Bob, can you? I mean, it's just like
Well, no,
I can see
Saxophone, I
can.
can. I can picture saxophone. I don't know about clarinet. That's a little
Yeah.
different.
Well, I started with the clarinet, then I went to the sax.
Yeah.
We
But I
didn't,
played.
we didn't talk about legalizing
played-
cannabis.
The
But
flute.
I wasn't in band. I just played, you know.
I played the flute, the piccolo, and the fife.
We're not talking about legalizing cannabis here. Smoke the old saying. What is the old saying, Bob?
Smoke it if you got it.
Smoke them if you got them, baby. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
puff, puff, give. Puff, puff, give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, puff, puff, pass, baby.
Oh, it's but from
Puff,
Brazil.
puff,
Park
give.
on the grass.
From Brazil.
Brazil.
I have.
Finished scrubbing my floors.
All right, hon. Thank you for joining the show, and we
Well-
look forward to you playing the flute on the show one night.
Come,
It's not gonna
come back
happen,
when we talk
sorry.
about
Yeah.
marriage. Come back when we
Yeah,
talk
Hey.
about marriage.
yeah. We'd love to get your insights on why Brian is such a perfect man.
Because he's not you.
Oh.
He doesn't want a sandwich.
Morgan, welcome to this crazy ass show.
Hey,
And I don't
Hey,
even
what
know.
if-
I don't
Becky
even
and
know.
her friends fall asleep or what?
I don't know how you say that name. Persigo. I'm not even going to go there. I got too much wine in me.
I
But
speak a little bit of Portuguese, but I don't think that's necessarily
Portuguese is the language of Brazil, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Portuguese is
Brazil and
different.
Portugal, but they're two different, well, not
Dialects.
different languages, but like it's kind of like British English and American English. It's
Yeah.
One of those
Slang.
things.
Slang.
It's like
Yeah.
talking California and North Dakota.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke them if you got them, man. That's all I'm saying. I think it might. Look,
Is it
It's po-
Suzanne?
pot's pot. I'm not even going to go into that whole goddamn thing. But you know what? Only fear I have, and probably the two other older gentlemen may agree with me on this panel. We're going to legalize it here, and I think the rest of the world is going to sit back and say, let's just wait until they're high enough, and then we'll invade them.
It's already legalized here. It's already in
Well,
California.
yeah, it's already legalized here.
That's what I'm saying. But they're going to wait. They're going to wait till it's a pretty large percentage of it. Now, look, the middle part of the country, those country boys have been getting high for a long time. They don't give a shit if it's illegal or not. They don't care. They've got their buds. They're going to smoke it.
Well,
But the
and,
rest-
and then they got that in the moonshine.
Yeah, I got their moonshine.
Half the people walking around Oakland are high all the time, man. They're smoking blunts.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. Yeah, but I think a lot of people forget that middle part of the country, they're getting high too. It's not like they're not getting high. They know how to plant shit. They know how to grow pot. They know how to take care of it. They know how to fertilize it. They know.
But John, no one's ever gonna invade us because there's too many rednecks with rifles
With
who can
guns,
hide.
man.
Just wait to, yeah, with guns.
And right
I mean,
now
they're
there's
over-
more gun.
Red
you
Dawn!
can't-
Red Dawn!
Red
The
Dawn,
gun
brother.
sales. The gun sales are off the hook right now in the U.S.
Well, you can't find ammunition.
You
I
can't
got a
buy
free
ammo
57.
because they're
I
a
need-
year behind making ammo.
I need ammo. I need
Lauren,
ammo for my 357.
We
Can't
have
find
been
it.
on for the last 48 minutes. This show is like 2-3 hours. It just depends. It depends how crazy we get.
Yeah.
Susan, we'd love to have your input when we talk about marriage and
We do have a few women
Absolutely.
in the comment section.
Yeah.
So
and
they get their feedback on that marriage stuff.
Morgan's.
We'd like to have Susan come on as a guest.
Look, I say Morgan's name and she just smiles. She knows where I'm going. Morgan is eventually going to be getting married.
But Morgan has not been married yet, right?
Not yet, but you know,
No.
she's taken that first initial step. Moving
Yeah, it'll
into
be 3 years in October with
yeah.
Corey. So
Oh, I know you have never been married. We want to know if marriage is outdated and what needs to be changed about marriage. That's what I want to get into. I want to see what everyone comes up with, like sub clauses, like, oh, you can go ahead and do this and this and this during your marriage. I want to see what you guys come up with, because that's what I think would be kind of cool to hear. Like Bruce is laughing over there. You can go ahead and have a monogamous relationship for the first year, and then the second year it's free game.
That's pretty much one and done, dude.
You are one and done. I am one and done, Bruce. I don't ever plan on. I honest to God, I'm happy for all those people that have gone through 3 or 4, and then they found that perfect one. But good for them. That's all I'm going to say. Good for them. That's all. I just don't get that whole thing. Like, and there's some people that are just like, right? I mean, divorce
They
and
have
like,
to be in a relationship.
right. There
Yeah.
are people that are like that where they
Yeah.
just have to be in that. They have to be in a relationship.
They can't. They just can't be alone. They just cannot.
They just
They can't
can't.
do it.
I have a brother like that, but we'll get into that when we talk about it.
Yeah,
Hey, John, we know a few people like that in our group, don't we?
yeah, we do. We do know a few. I've actually have a couple in my family. They're on number 5, I think.
Me
I
too.
mean, it's just it does depend, Laura. It does depend. I mean, sometimes it takes a high five to get there. When I say high five, that means 5. But I don't know. I mean, all the power to you. I mean, if you can deal with it and be mature enough to when you do decide to divorce, that you go in your separate ways, and there's no, the only thing I always stress about is kids. Now, if you're in like you're in 4 marriages and you have 3 kids from 4 different guys, then things get kind of complicated, man. I mean, it does. I mean, there's just health care. There's all kinds of stuff, when you have to think, let's put it this way. When the school calls and one of your kids is hurt and you have to think which dad it is, that's bad, dude. That's bad. That's
Well,
I'm going.
you saw that Walmart sells Father's Day cards in 5-packs, right?
Is that a Jerry Springer thing? Who's my
So I
dad?
saw that on Facebook.
Hey, Brian, I tried my hardest to I've been saving that Subway background. I thought she was gonna fucking just punch me from the screen, but she was. You have a cool wife. That's all I'm saying. You have a very cool wife.
I don't think she
So
really
Danielle
knows, to be
says,
honest.
marriage is like a puzzle. You just gotta get the pieces to fit together, right?
That's
right?
it. You do. Yeah. You do have to get the pieces together.
Personally, I'm not good on puzzles. So.
No, Bruce is one and done. I'm one and done. Bob has never been married.
0 for 0. I'm done at this point.
I'm 0 for 0, huh?
Brian got the golden egg. He's going to stick to that as long as he can until she figures it out. And then Morgan is maybe eventually someday taking the next step.
I think you'd be surprised kind of what my sort of ideas about, marriage are and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, everybody's got different things that they want out of a man.
We got Suzanne and Laura.
Laura, you've been only married once, Laura, I think, right? I think so. Why are you married? That is
That's the question.
She's lagging.
That is a question.
There she
Because
goes. Yep.
I do. You know what? It'd be a great topic. Would be that love at first sight nonsense.
To love or lust?
Well, okay, Bruce. I'm going to go right to you since we brought this up. You're married to a very good woman.
Yep.
High school sweethearts, right?
Pretty
much.
A little after high school, yeah. She knew me when she was in high school. I was already out of high school, but I didn't know her then.
You were the stud. You were a stud, so she didn't know you then after you got out. Was it love at first sight, Bruce?
Yeah, it was for me.
Yeah,
I think it was her. No, hers. Her. I think she loved me, but I think she loved to hate me at first sight because I was dating another gal and she didn't like the other gal. So
she was going to steal you.
I didn't know any of that.
She was going to steal you.
I didn't know any of that because I didn't officially meet her until 2 years after she had met me.
I know that Brian has told me. I do believe that you and Brian were love at first sight. You guys saw each other a long, long time ago. Right, Brian? Come on, Brian. You might get something out of this tonight. Yeah.
She's watching. He better nod his head. Yes.
I know what happened.
I was there. I was
Yeah.
there.
God.
You got that long
Yeah,
arm.
I was
You got
well,
a
I was
long
drunk the
arm
first
from
night,
upstairs, right?
yeah.
Oh well, there. Well, with Bruce's, it's a little different. Bruce,
Yeah.
you could tell. You could tell it if you
Oh,
want to.
my wife passed away.
His wife passed away,
Yeah.
but if she was still alive, Bruce would still be with her.
We still be married. Yeah.
Yeah. He wouldn't have jumped.
We had 33 years in when she passed away.
Yeah. Bruce wasn't going nowhere. He wasn't going to look for that
And Brian
23-year-old
is happily
secretary.
married to his wife because he loves her.
Yeah. So, we got right into that marriage topic. I didn't want to get into. So yes, Bruce he still loves her. I mean, yeah.
Oh
come
yeah.
on.
We always will. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Part
go
of my
into.
life for a long time.
Yep, that's right. Let's start with Bruce. Bruce, that first kiss.
Yeah.
Did it?
You know,
You thought about this one. I know
I
you
thought
did.
about that because he got me thinking. I'm going, man, I don't remember when the
Oh, you remember that first kiss with her,
very
you lying.
first kiss. It's like I think it caught me off guard because I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade or something like that.
No, you can't go that far back.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I mean, and
was going
she kissed me. That's why I didn't expect it. But then, as you go older, I mean, you'd meet these girls in the park or something like that, and you'd get. I mean, but I don't know if it was. At
the park, at the swing, the swing.
I've met a lot of girls. I don't remember the first kiss.
You go, Bruce.
I remember a lot of kisses. I don't remember how many of them were first kisses. So.
Now, yeah, but see, if that's what I'm getting at. That first kiss to a lot of people is a big friggin' deal. Some people base their whole relationships.
A big deal.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want to go that far. I didn't want to go back to the fucking swings and the slide, Bruce. You weren't getting married back then. But to some people, that first kiss is very important. It's like they're going to base their relationship off of that first kiss. A lot of people are like that. So that's why I was now with your wife, that first kiss, you knew.
Oh, yeah.
All right, see, that's where I'm. Now, I'm not talking about the slide in fucking 4th grade, Bruce, and you gave her fucking "I love you" heart candy at Valentine's Day.
No. I was the receiver. I didn't dish the kiss.
Right?
The stomach butterflies. I didn't want to bring up the butterflies. I didn't want to bring up the butterflies, but since you did, yes, that's where I'm going because now. All right. I know these guys here aren't going to, we're macho man here. We're not going to say we had butterflies. So that's not going to.
Tingly.
I got all tingly.
Tingly.
I had sandwich dreams that night. No. Bob.
Yes.
When did you get those butterflies in your stomach?
Oh, man. Well, I never really got butterflies, but I got anxious. You know what I'm saying? Because I've dated some women, and the first kiss is sometimes awkward because you lean in, is she leaning in, blah blah blah. But the first best kiss ever was
you know where you're going, right or your left, man?
It was just
Laura Van
gas.
Houten at the 8th grade dance. Still the One by Dance With Me by Orleans was playing. And that's the first time a girl has put her tongue in my mouth.
Time out. See, guys, take this for example. I mean, I know Bob has this fucking ultra memory. He can remember anything. But that motherfucker just told you the song that was playing, the girl's name.
And what grade he was in.
That's what I'm talking.
Bob, what outfit were you wearing that night?
He
Bob?
probably could tell you.
I was wearing a white flowery design shirt and gray pants, and she was wearing designer jeans, and I want to say a red flowered top.
Was this junior high?
She was wearing some Joy Dash.
8th grade.
Joy Dash. That's what I'm talking
about. I'm lucky I remember what school I went to in 8th grade.
Yeah, it was the
That
first
was-
time a girl had put her tongue down my throat. And I'm like, what is this?
Woo!
This is cool. This is cool. I got to learn how to do this.
Got the first French kiss, huh?
Oh,
Wow.
you got a sweet. That's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's the kiss you remember. Like I remember my first one. I'll never forget it. And I don't know if I could go into depth like what song was playing on the radio at the time. But
How old were
fucking-
you?
Who me?
Yeah.
Like 15. 15.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Before that, I could care less.
Hey, cooties. Cooties.
No, it wasn't the cooties. You remember? I mean, could think early '80s, but you
Yeah.
know we had a lot going on.
I was already married in the early 80s.
Yeah,
John.
you were married.
Yeah.
You were married. but let me ask you, Bob, if that girl were to come back in your life, would you marry her?
She's married. She lives up in.
She knows everything.
She lives up in Seattle, Washington. She's got 3 kids.
Question:
I saw her on Facebook.
when do you know she's the one? That's tough. That's that.
I think I knew it the
Good for
like the
Bruce.
first night that I actually met her.
You knew that you wanted to marry her. from
Well,
that
yeah, she knew it too. She basically told her friend that they were leaving the party. She said, "That's the guy I'm going to marry."
That's
And her friend just like, "What?" And she goes, "I can't tell you how or why, but I know I'm going to marry that guy."
Bob was wearing the big fur coat while.
I saw that. No, none of these grade.
That's
First
crazy.
girl
Although-
Becky's here.
Hey, Becky.
Although-
I'm with you. I knew, like, whatever happened in our relationship with Katrina, I knew at that moment I did want to marry her.
Yeah.
I did know. I knew right away. It's like, okay, I'm going to marry this one. And I couldn't tell you why. It was just
you just
everything
knew,
just
you know?
lined
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Brian. Okay, Brian.
When she puts up with your shit.
No, don't go
What it
there
comes
because
down
no,
Yeah.
you got to remember. No, because there's things that happen before she knows that you have shit.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is
No,
this
like,
is,
so-
this-
so-
that's what I'm
first
talking-
contact, Brian. First
That's what I'm
contact.
talking
so-
about.
So with us, like that's the way it was. Like I would give people crap and like have fun and whatever, but she took it and, like it didn't feel like it was a date or anything like that. It was, we were friends at our best friend's mom's wedding, and that's just what it was. Like we just got along. There was no trying to impress each other or anything else like that. Like
Right.
we knew of each other. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of why I say that, because she was
Yeah,
able to.
because
put
you
up with
guys
me
you
and
guys
who are-
kind of knew each other a little bit.
No,
But-
not the first time. We knew
Oh,
of
okay.
each other, but
Okay.
not knew each other.
But you saw her and you knew you wanted to be with her.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
but it wasn't going to happen
Oh,
if
it
she was
was
dating somebody
there
else.
was a hesitation there, man.
Well, yeah, but she was with somebody else at the time, so I'm going to say yes. But I mean,
that's true,
there's
yeah.
nothing I could really
Well,
do about it.
that-
Yours is
that's
a little
fine.
More complicated.
Yeah, that's
there,
fine.
Brian.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just because there was somebody doesn't mean that you don't have those feelings. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, her best friend tried to keep us apart, so that was the thing that.
Bitch.
And I
She was a
drank
cock-
a lot too, so
She was a cock blocker.
pretty much, yeah.
Did I just say that live on air?
That's
Yeah,
all
I
right.
did.
Facebook still got us on, man.
Hey, I'm Italian. Bruce is German. Bob is, who knows? Bob's just going to express whatever the fuck he wants to express. He doesn't care. And Brian's just a fucking good guy. Just a
Yeah.
good guy. Now, Morgan. Let's get to Morgan.
Morgan. Yeah.
The dude you're with right now. What is his name? Because I want to get it right.
His name's Corey.
Corey.
Oh,
if
Magic-
you're watching
Magic
Corey,
Foresight. Boom.
He's
What?
not, he should be. The funny thing is that he'll probably come home like while I'm on the show and be like, "You're talking
Uh-oh.
to me."
again?
Okay, it's okay.
All right. That first kiss with Corey, did it knock your socks off?
I mean, yeah, well, okay, because all right, so I should preface this. So I met him in our college French class, And at the time when I met him, I was actually still in my previous relationship. And the thing with that was, it was kind of, trickling out. It wasn't really, working. And, and then, shortly later, we ended up, breaking up. And so I, met Corey, and, we would just, talk and talk and talk. And there was always so much that we would, talk about. And so at first we were sort of like friends, but like I kind of had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to, be with him. And, when this wasn't technically like our first kiss, but he's big into like Civil War reenactments. And so he invited me to go up to a reenactment just to see, what it was all about and stuff like that. So I drove like the 2 hours up to where this event was, which normally I would never do because I, don't like getting on, big highways or whatever, and just, long drives, it's just not my thing. But, went up there, spent the day, and then we ended up both coming back, and we were like talking for a bit, and I kind of said to him, I said, would you ever see us as, more than friends?
Oh, you hit him with that.
Yeah, and I kind of ended up finding out later that like he was really nervous, because there's a bit of an age gap. It's only 6 years, but like at the time, that kind of like freaked him out a bit.
Yeah,
and so
it's understandable.
6 years is big. Like if you're a teenager and he's in his 20s, so but,
right, yeah. And so he was kind of nervous, so he didn't want to like put too much out there. And he kind of like, so I had asked him, and he kind of paused for a bit, and I like my stomach just kind of dropped because I was like, oh no.
Oh no!
I just ruined this. But he's like, yeah, and we ended up hugging, and we kind of like went like our separate ways. And then shortly after that, we started dating, and the first kiss was when we were back at my dad's house, and we were watching a movie, and and then it just happened.
It just happened.
Happened.
Did you get the butterflies?
Oh yeah.
Got the butterflies. So did the butterflies exist?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was incredibly anxious like the whole time because I just was like, it just wasn't sure, and like he wasn't exactly like putting anything out there, and so I'm like, I'm like, oh, that was the most forward I had ever been in my life, and so I was like freaking out because I'm like, oh, did I just ruin this? But but yeah, it ended up working out, and yeah, in October it'll be 3 years.
Woo!
wow.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah.
you got any other kissing stories you want to share? Because you're just so precise in detail, everything. Bob could tell you the drink. Bob could tell you the fucking cologne she was wearing, or the perfume she was wearing.
What her earrings look like.
Her earrings, the dress.
My adult life after turning 21, I never even found one to really get close with. I mean,
yeah.
I was with a girl for 2 years, and she was a good Catholic girl, which means she wasn't going to have sex, so she got married.
She wasn't.
So I would go out to Newman, pick her up, bring her into Modesto, drive her back out to Newman at 2:00 in the morning, then come home. So after 2 years, she goes, we can't get married because you're not Catholic.
Oh.
I'm like, well, you could have told me this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It took you 2 years to figure that out, Bob?
We were talking about the next step, Bruce, and it was just like I can't marry you because you're not Catholic, and you could have told me that earlier.
Becky had the best first kiss ever. It's made you speechless. See, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that story that your legs just gave out and you're just tumbling down.
They drugged you, Becky.
That was he Mickey'd your ass.
He
Is what he
Mickey'd
did.
your ass back.
Oh, trust me,
Fireworks.
when I got that kiss in 8th grade,
TMI.
a lot of my body parts came alive.
Hot lips. Who remembers Hot Lips Houlihan?
I'll
Mash.
live to him.
Hot Lips Houlihan.
The movie or the TV series?
Oh man. I don't think I ever had the I'll be honest. Okay. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, I've had one person that made me my knees buckle when I kissed her. Yeah, that was about it. And it wasn't my wife.
Is she still like around, John?
Shut the fuck up, Bruce.
Inquiring minds want to know.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 Oh, Michael is here.
Michael's in the house.
Michael's
What's up,
in the
guys?
house. All right, Mike. Since we're already on it, that first kiss Mike got, did you get the butterflies, the shaky knees?
I don't even remember.
You fucking liar, dude. You fucking
See, I am
liar.
not alone in that.
No, I
group.
like seriously.
Bob, Brian, Bruce, Morgan, all together. Let's say it. Bullshit.
Well, yeah.
Everybody.
No, like, I think I remember. I'm trying to remember who it was, dude. I think I was like 12 or 13.
See?
Like,
See?
fuck, dude, that's a long time ago.
Man, Mike, we're on the same page, Mike. They're
Yeah,
giving me
yeah,
fucking
I was
like
like
I don't
12 or
remember.
13.
Like,
Bruce went back to the fucking playground, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go
playground,
that far back.
It
Dude.
was like, it was so like she was technically my first girlfriend, but it was like when people ask me who my first girlfriend was, I forget about her and I go to like my first one from high school.
That's bad.
Just because I was so young.
Yeah, no, that's
Right.
fine. But she's still technically your first kiss.
Yeah,
so
I don't remember the kiss. I can tell you that.
John wants
So
more
it-
detail. He's looking for the first fire kiss, like
Yeah, that kiss that fucking
one that
buckled
just
your
knocked-
knees.
No.
Yeah,
knock your sock off, or as the girls say, put butterflies in your tongue.
yeah, butterflies in your stomach.
No, I remember. I'm not gonna put her name out there, but there's only one girl that I remember my first kiss with.
All right,
But
you can share it.
and yeah, it was
It's
I mean, yeah.
magical.
obviously I remember it. So
You're ready to go to the courthouse and get a marriage certificate and all that?
well, I mean, we talked about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Buy her a ring
But-
pop for a ring.
I like that. Now, that's a different kind of kiss. Now, the kiss that we're talking about, that first one, you're not really thinking about ripping your clothes off. You're young. Yeah, you're not there.
The
But
first tongue action one is like, whoa, didn't expect that.
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't even young at this point. I was an adult for this one.
I was an adult.
I
Damn
was
it,
an adult for this one, but I still
I-
remember. I remember what she was fucking wearing.
Oh,
Yeah,
we go.
there you
Wow,
go.
man.
That's the kiss I wanted to talk about. That's the one, because that's the one you remember. So hit us with
Yeah.
it. Don't be shy. Share, Mike.
No, it was just. I mean, it was. You know, we went out for a date and everything, and it was just one of those like. I didn't kiss her till she went to leave, and she was actually, she was really like
Yeah.
she was like, oh, I'm not gonna come over and like go into your room or anything like that because I know where it could lead or whatever. Like she was like, I don't want to do that, and I was like, that's fine, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much detail you want.
That's it. Laura said it perfectly. That is right. It's the one you just want to make out to. Just forget it forever, and do like
yeah.
just like John Travolta back there.
Yeah, she's one of the only like women that I've actually enjoyed making out. Like I used to like to make out. I mean, we would just like to kiss. Like,
Yeah.
you
just sit there and just can keep kissing on the couch.
with a lot of
Yep.
girl. I mean, it may sound bad, but it's like,
Uh-oh.
all right, I'm just trying to get to the fucking like. But with her, it wasn't always like that. I mean, yeah, we always ended up there, and it was great. But
did you light a candle? Becky wants to
no,
know.
I'm not that type of guy.
You're not a candle guy?
No, I'm not a candle guy.
You're not a candle guy? Bruce, you
I'm a
candle guy?
so that my room doesn't smell like a dude.
I got candles in the house, but most of them are just for decoration.
I had to cover my mic on that one.
No, mine so it doesn't smell like me or my dog.
Hey, all right, Karen. Can I share this story, Karen?
Uh-oh.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You give me
You
the
already-
okay.
You already did share that story.
No,
didn't
because Karen's is like it was just like too many things were just too well lined up. It's just very weird how it all worked out.
you? So Becky and Laura are candle girls.
She's gonna say go for it.
Oh, she did say go for it.
The first time I kissed Karen on the wharf in Buffalo. First time I kissed her is so weird because as soon as we kissed, for some reason they decided to light fireworks off at the wharf. So it was just like I was like kissing her and doing this. Are there fucking actual fireworks going off right now? Oh, there you go. That's my story. That it tripped me out because it was obviously a great kiss, one of the best kiss I've ever had. I'll be honest with you there, but fireworks.
You're such a simp, John.
No, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I'm not.
Brian's with me.
I'm not kissing ass. It was still to this day the best kiss I've ever had, and I mean the timing was just fucking crazy. I mean, how many of you guys can say, as you were getting ready to kiss a girl, fireworks went off? None of you.
It's happened.
Well, are you talking literally?
That's because they're supposed to.
No, real fireworks, Bruce. Fucking real fireworks.
No, if he was talking about fireworks,
I'd have to think back on those 4th of July, John. I'm sure something went on.
Exactly.
Karen, did Karen pay someone to light fireworks at that specific moment? Karen, can you? Oh. See, Laura likes it. Fuck you guys, you bastards. Morgan, I love you, Morgan. I mean, that's what I'm going at. So, anybody else got another kissing story they want to share? Oh, come on, Brian.
No,
I have some that I can't share.
Didn't Brian put any out there in the first place?
Yeah.
I think Brian's holding out on us.
No, because the wife's upstairs scrubbing the floor right now. He's a smart man. I'm sticking with Brian. He doesn't have to disclose any information that's going to make him sleep on a couch tonight.
I bet you his wife's going. Right. So Brian, where's the fireworks story about us?
I got Brian's back.
No, actually, like, no, I'll let her tell it, not me. So,
but technically, if you can go back, all right. If you can go back to your first kiss, that should be like, even if you're married to someone, that should be like that's like the Holy Grail. That should never be wiped out of your memory, no matter how long you've been married to someone.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, bullshit. I mean, I mean, come on, Mike.
I wouldn't go
your
that
first kiss, dude. If you're married to someone that tells you that you have to wipe out that first kiss, you shouldn't be married to that person. To be honest,
that would be weird that you'd be talking about that like that.
It comes up, dude. If you've ever been married, dude, I've been married. It comes up. Bruce, did it not come up, Bruce?
It comes up when you're married? I feel like that should come up like maybe like you're dating, but not when you're married.
No, it comes up.
Fuck at that point.
It comes up.
Depends on how long you've been married. If you've been married for a while, then the dating part never comes up. It all goes back to the first day of marriage.
The kiss comes up, dude.
Yeah, because they have memories like elephants. They can't remember where they put the keys.
Yeah.
But they can remember what you did 3 years ago on a certain day.
Yeah.
I've never had a girlfriend ask me about my first kiss.
But Morgan's waving
Not
it down.
All right.
Usually your first
I don't know where the keys are. I haven't seen them.
You're so young that it
3
doesn't
years
even
ago,
matter.
you did this.
Oh, hey, look, it's my biggest fan.
Is our biggest fan. We love Danielle. Danielle's going to be like the
No, she's my biggest fan, John. You're getting this wrong.
okay. She could be. Yeah, I know you're going with that one. I think Danielle should be like our. I don't know, like the show's
Mom?
the show mom. Not I wouldn't go the mom. That's too like our spokesman. Our spokesman.
She is the feisty redhead.
She's
our-
our HR department.
HR. There you go. She's
Yeah,
our
she's
HR.
HR.
She takes care of all the hate email that we get from this show.
If
Yeah,
I was
she-
HR, there's a couple of you that would be fired already. Just
I was just going to say that. She would have fired me already.
It's not me.
Yeah. She's in charge of keeping us in line, and that's just not that easy to do.
So here's how this is gonna go. Like we get through
Been
emails, and
23
then I get
years.
slapped in the head.
Hey, give
That's
it
how
up for
the-
Lore.
Hey,
Give it up for Lore.
So
23
I was
years.
thinking about this.
All right,
because-
Laura. Hey, Danielle,
23
so when
years.
we mess
That's great.
up, just hit Brian and tell him who it's for.
no, that's all right.
One-
I'll just save them all up for when we meet
Uh,
in Pittsburgh, California.
One of these shows on Friday night, I'm going to have one of my girls that is a friend come on the
Yeah.
show.
Uh-oh.
That way, she can explain that I am not just a chauvinistic pig.
Yeah. I like that idea. Danielle, hold on.
And Danielle will have to be there for it.
Yeah. Danielle, tell us that first kiss. It's okay. Brian's already shared this with his. Your first
My
kiss.
first kiss with him? Or
No,
my
no.
No.
Your first technical kiss with a boy.
Your first firework kiss.
Did you say my farmer kiss?
No, firework.
No, fart.
Or as the ladies put it, the first butterfly in the tummy kiss.
The first butterfly in the tummy kiss.
That sounds creepy.
I think mine was when I was in. It was like the summer before 7th grade, so like 97.
See?
And
97.
I was
Liver.
dating a boy that like we'd been together since like 5th grade or something like that.
Damn.
Damn.
And I had never like really kissed him before. We went on the Ferris wheel and I had like two of my best friends there. And so that was my first kiss, was on a Ferris wheel in front of my two best friends with the boy I was dating.
Oh, okay. Time out. Was the Ferris wheel going at the time, and were you at the top when he kissed you?
I don't remember where we were at, like in the wheel, but yeah, it was going.
Son of a bitch. That guy had style. That guy
So how
had
did you
style.
get your friends?
did.
Were they like,
He had more game than I have at 30.
Fuck yeah. That's
He
a
was one of
classic
those,
move.
like,
Classic
those-
move.
why does Becky think she's like chopped liver?
Yeah, come on, Becky. We love you.
No, he was very horrible to me and very, I don't know. Let's just say he did some really horrible things that to this day I don't forget because of how
Yeah. You're never
Bad
gonna-
they were.
As a 7th grader?
Was it an
Damn.
awkward kiss, or was it like, oh wow?
He was one of those boys where
Look at Brian.
when he was like in front of his friends, he was a total jerk to me. But then
Oh.
like when it was just the two of us, then he was nice as can be. But when
But
I
that's
was,
fifth grade, right? So that's common for a fifth
yeah,
grader.
but like when I was in 6th grade, I had a 9mm overbite, so I had really large teeth. And
I
he
totally
took,
thought she was saying a gun.
no,
No.
I was like,
I could-
was like,
I could
9
picture-
millimeter
why-
stuff
why-
like
I
why-
that.
take it all back.
Why can I picture Danielle with the 9mm? For some reason, I can picture her with the 9mm in fifth grade.
The guys are thinking guns,
I was actually in an
not about
auxiliary
teeth.
of the
Yeah.
military. I was in the an auxiliary of the military for 5 years, so I was shooting like M16s and saws by
Ooh.
7th grade. But anyways, he took.
So you
like,
had buck
no,
teeth?
I had buck teeth, yeah.
9mm. That's pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah, I
big.
could fit like my finger between.
Yeah, 9mm.
You're like Michael Strahan there.
I was just going to say that.
I didn't have a gap. I just. Had
She didn't have a gap. She had the forward
Overbite.
Yeah.
overbite.
Oh, the overbite, yeah. The buck
Yeah,
teeth. Buck
so
with the
he
buck
took-
teeth.
Yeah, he took wet snow from the playground, like while we were out. Like obviously we weren't playing because we were in like 6th grade, so we were all just standing there freezing our asses off talking. But he and his friends took it and they made a face with 2 buck teeth, like right in the main area of the school, so everybody could see it.
Oh, that's
And, like,
fucked up.
Yeah, I would have kicked his ass. Brian, go find this guy and kick his ass,
I'm just
Brian.
straightening this out,
He is
Brian.
actually, this guy is such a D-bag that he stepped on everybody to get where he is right now, and he's actually an instructor at the
Hi,
Air Force
Sarah.
Academy.
Hold on,
Yeah.
he's a what?
He's an instructor at the Air Force Academy.
Oh,
Sounds like the kind of guy we need to like slap around, like
Yeah.
still today.
Brian,
Like today.
find this guy. Hey, Mike, you got a question there.
Hey, what are you doing
What?
awake?
what? What question?
Me?
Oh, wait, where'd it go? I went. Oh, it was Mikey. Was it? Oh, there he goes. Who kissed Mikey and makes him feel speechless? Did you
Oh,
ever?
I'm not putting that. I'm not putting her name out there like that.
You don't have to say her name, but did you run into that yet? Have you run into that girl that just like, whoa?
Well, yeah, like I said, though. I mean, there's only one that I really remember.
That's
Right.
your dog, Bobby?
Yeah, that was mine. Sorry.
Oh,
Sarah,
Well,
you need to
Sarah,
share.
Sarah's on.
Sarah, we need to hear your story, Sarah.
Where's your
That-
kiss?
That first kiss. Did you
We know
feel
she's not
butterflies?
married, so.
Yeah, she's not married. She's our number one barista from Starbucks.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Oh,
when are you
nice.
gonna come on?
Sarah
Yeah.
needs to come on.
Morgan's on.
Morgan is our
You're making her be
trooper,
the
man.
only girl. Morgan is
Becky's,
like.
Becky's camera shy. She'll never come on. So, hey, Becky, are you girls watching?
Yeah. Dead air, guys. I'm
What?
too drunk
Hey,
to
hey,
keep the
finish
show
I'm
going.
eating. Hey, John, I'm actually drinking wine.
Good boy,
And-
White.
And there's no girl here.
That's good. And you're
But I
drinking
am
white.
drinking it
Oh,
out of
wow.
a glass. So
You're drinking out of a Scotch glass.
Oh, yeah, we got Laura. Yeah. Well, Laura could come on too.
Laura, you are welcome to come on and join Morgan before we jump into our second question because you have been married 23 years, so you can help us with the question that one of our viewers brought up, and I thought it was a really good question. And is marriage overrated?
How is marriage overrated?
No.
Yeah, if the person you're with
No.
is shitty.
No, no, we'll save it. Save it, John. Hold it back. Oh, Bruce. How about now, Bruce? That you're dating now. You're out. You're in the dating world. You're a single guy now. You've kissed a lot of lips. Has there been one that you just kind of like your legs started twitching? And I don't mean the third leg. I mean your regular leg. Did it start twitching?
You're gonna be more specific about twitching there.
Yeah, I clarified it. I clarified it. Come on, there's has to be one that you've dated that you kissed and you were like, whoa, that was too close to the original one. Fucking
wow.
Bruce. Bruce is Danny Bruce is this guy right here.
Yeah, that'd be a no so far, John.
Seriously, none of them that you have kissed that you just said, bam.
No.
Yeah, see, but that
obviously-
makes total sense because Bruce
I'm
isn't
still
looking
single,
for
right?
love.
He's
So-
still no, that's what I'm saying. But there's,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know Bruce's record, but I'm assuming Bruce's.
I'm gonna
thank
go
you,
out
Bob.
there- I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
go
Bob.
out on a limb
Thank
and
you,
say that Bruce.
Bruce, are you
Bruce
hitting
is what-
350 or 400, Bruce? Or are you below the Mendoza line? Come on, Bruce, let us know.
I don't
Bruce is
count.
what we call an undercover sniper.
Yep.
There you go.
So yeah, no.
Adele,
It's a
but
no,
you
no,
got
John.
married. Adele, you got married in the '80s. I don't. I think like people like myself and Bruce and Brian and Mike doesn't fall into it. Morgan doesn't fall into it. But
Adele, I like the name.
Adele, yeah, Big Dave's ex. I don't know how to say
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, my best friend's wife. Actually, my second mom. Adele's like my second mom, but it's a different era. I think today's kids are. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. do you guys feel, Morgan? Do you feel like you have a set standard that you have to, with Corey, right? Corey,
Yeah.
do you feel like he thinks that you have to do these things as a wife? Probably not, right?
And this is something we've talked about
Me?
too, is that we both want to feel like stable individuals before we get married, and so
Is that like role definition?
uh,
Like role definition?
I saw that already, Brian.
Yeah.
but just more so that like we've talked about kind of the things that we both want to accomplish before we get married, so it's not like one of those things where like we've set something that could just go on and on and on forever, and then we never end up actually
Right.
getting married. So I think
Right.
But see, like, I don't know how many people in my generation really feel the same way. But yes, so
Yep.
Well,
Morgan,
yeah,
I have a
it's like-
question for you. Hold on, I got a question
Go
for
ahead,
her. 'cause-
go ahead, Mike.
So I want somebody that's, no offense, guys, closer to my age to talk about this, or to answer this.
Hey, listen.
Do you
what am
feel
I-
like?
what am I?
Well, you're
You're
close
married.
enough.
You're fucking
You're close.
married.
No. But that's good though.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is, do you feel like there's a possibility that the strive for independence in our generation could potentially be a factor that's hurting relationships and marriages, because we want so much to be our own person that it's like people don't want to have to be like, yes, I need that person, or I really depend on that person. And so people stay in the mindset of, I don't need anybody. Like, I'm my own person. Like, I don't need my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my wife or my husband to define me. Whereas my parents and my grandparents, they would tell anybody like they're nothing without their other person. Like that,
Right.
like they're not, they're not completely separate. Like they're one person. They need that other person to get through. Whereas now it's all about, be your own person, be independent, and all this jazz. That people stay in that mindset, and even if they do get married, they still don't allow themselves to come out of that mindset as, my husband is my other half. Like, it's like I'm not complete without them, or the other way around.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that, and not that there's anything wrong. Like, I think our generations kind of have the problem. Well, yeah, like with what Laura just said. I mean, yeah, like, we need to be our own people before we get married, but at the same time, I think there's a huge focus on well, yeah, just the mentality of, you don't need a man, or you don't need a woman, and so I think it's really hurt kind of our generation's ideas of marriage. And speaking for myself personally, like, my parents divorced when my brother and I were really young, and now both of my parents have divorced my step parents. And so, like, I mean, for me personally, like, my ideas of, like, is marriage overrated? Is it? I mean, I'm still of the opinion that it isn't, but I think it's hard when
I think they're both the same age. I think Mike and Morgan are both the same age.
I'm 22.
Oh, you're a lot younger than Mike.
She's a lot. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah,
lot younger.
8 years younger
Yeah.
than Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, you're 30,
9.
right?
I'm
Yeah,
31.
Mike just turned 31. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you?
I just feel like, because I'm
But
old school,
let me
so
ask
I
you
feed
guys-
off my parents and stuff.
Right,
So I
see,
feel
that's
like
where I
when
was
you're
gonna
in a
go.
relationship, when you're, especially marriage, like, you're not supposed to be like, I'm at that point, you're not independent anymore. I feel like that can hurt it. Like, when people that are married are like, I want to be my own person, and I don't want that. If I get married, it's because I want that person to be me. Like, I want them to be part of me. Like, I'm not just having my own life without my wife. Like,
Right.
no, like, we're together all the time. Like there's obviously there's occasions you're not, but it's like, no, I don't have my own separate life outside of my wife. Like,
But
you guys-
besides
you guys
work,
are-
you
guys
brought
are a
up,
team.
you
besides
brought up,
work, that's it.
hold,
Yeah.
hold on, but you brought up your parents, and that's kind of like where, because your parents are like me. Now, did I? You know how I am with my boys. I always tell my boys, it'll happen when it happens. Go out, enjoy life, get an education, get a career, then get married. That's how I was. Where it was the similar to my parents. My parents were like, these are the steps that you need to follow before you get married. You need to graduate high school.
Yeah.
You need to go to college. You need to get a good job, and then you need to get a girlfriend. You need to establish your job, get married, then wait a couple years, make sure you're situated, leveled, everything is fine. You're in your home, because for my parents, their philosophy was I shouldn't have kids until I actually own my own home. That's what my parents used to say to us boys. She's like, you shouldn't have any kids until you own your home, because there's nothing, for my parents, there's nothing worse than moving around. So it was like, it's torture for, to have 3 kids, and then all of a sudden, oh, sorry, we're leaving this neighborhood. We're going to the other neighborhood. Oh, well, sorry, we're leaving this neighborhood. We're going to another school district, and doing that to the kids. Now, Bob's a military dad. Now, my grandson is going to go through that now himself, because my grandson has gone through, 3 different bases already, and he's not even 6 years old. So it's just so I just kind of wondering how much difference it is compared to let's go with Danielle. I mean, did your parents have did they say to you, this is what you need before you get married? Or did they even have that conversation with you?
So I was brought up in a very conservative family, of course. So my only thing that I was taught, everything came from my dad. He was
Right.
raised Catholic, so his big thing was don't get pregnant till you're married.
Yeah, that's the big
Yeah.
Catholic curse.
Yeah, so that was the only thing that I was ever threatened with. If I came home pregnant and I wasn't married, I was going to be out of my butt. But the thing is I was always concentrating on school. So before I ever got married, I graduated high school, I got my master's, and I had a really good career started when I met Brian. And I was able to finally be with Brian. But then
Yeah, I screwed that all up.
No, but she was
You did.
she was established. She established herself as even if you are not in her life, Brian, right now, she's set. Is what I'm going at. She's got a degree. She can. No, I'm not trying to paint you out of the picture, Brian. Relax, dude. What I'm just trying to say is she listened to her dad and her parents, and they told her to get a career, establish yourself before you got married, right?
Okay. I mean, my parents, they were married when they were 19 and 20 years old. My mom has the same job that she's had since she was 17 years old, working for the state. She never went to college or anything. My dad has a 2-year technical degree in auto mechanic, but he was a firefighter for 25 years. So my sister and I, that was kind of our goal, is we wanted to go one step further. So I got my master's and my sister got her MD. And that was, something that made our parents unbelievably proud, because we.
By the way, where's your sister? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, where's your sister at? Actually, no, wait, never
I'm
mind.
just
Scratch
kidding.
that. She's
I'm
married.
just
It was
kidding.
the
I'm
other-
just
Dawn.
kidding.
The other
Relax,
redhead.
relax.
Okay, so you think I'm
Shit.
feisty? Ask him about my sister.
We don't want to
Was
go
that
there. We
the was that the
Um,
sister that was in the video a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
don't- Yes. Don't get her riled up. Don't get her riled up.
we were very, very drunk.
Well, with her parents and stuff like that, when I kind of knew how she was brought up. One thing I do that normal people couples or don't do nowadays is I think John kind of understands this, and most everybody else is. I did talk to her dad. We went out for drinks and stuff, And I did ask him if it was okay if I married his daughter.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Right. That's something that never happens, and that's something I actually did. And that's
And he did it knowing that there were 2 men prior to him that had done the same thing.
Yeah, that's fine, but he still did the right. As far as that time, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to
So, I left my career and moved here with, a couple
do. Because
$100.
Brian's a sexy motherfucker.
Couple $100 in the bank and got my own place, and then we dated for a year, and then a year later I bought a house for us, and we moved to a town so he could take over his family business, and that didn't work out, so
Yeah,
sold the house and moved back here.
yeah.
actually, I had a question for Mike though.
Uh-oh.
So
when
everyone else is growing up, like John and Bob, everyone else is older than us. When,
fuck you, Brian.
When just listen here, just hear me out here. What you normally do is, especially at that time, you were able to actually find yourself, and then find somebody to be with, like actually figure out who you are before that happened, so you knew who you are and who you wanted. But nowadays, like, kind of my question to Mike is, do you think with social media and all that stuff, it kind of lengthens that time frame for people to actually find out who they actually are, and that actually also causes a strain with marriages and stuff like that too? Because in that time,
yeah, I think social media is horrible. If they told me that they would get, if they told me, if it was up to me, if it was like, Mike, you have the choice, you can get rid of Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. It's your choice. Here's a button. Press it. Yes or no. I would 1,000% get rid of all 3 of them.
I can
with
see
the press
that.
of a button.
I
I would
can
100%
honestly
do it, and the world would be so much better for it.
You're not a social media person anyway. You're hardly ever on Facebook. You're hardly ever on any of the other platforms. I don't even see you on Twitter.
Right, but
that's surprising.
I don't tweet stuff. I just look. There's just people that I follow and things I look at. But the thing is I feel like it's not just that, Brian. Not just people finding themselves. I feel like people. It's just all, to me, that's all excuses. It's like, oh, I changed and now I don't want to be with you anymore. Now we need to get divorced because we got married when we were 23 and now I'm 28 and I just became a different person and shit. And it's all bullshit to me because they
grew apart. That's the
one thing my grandma told me when my grandparents were married for 64 years, and it's December of 2019, my grandpa passed away. And when we were in the hospital with him the day before he passed, for some reason, my grandpa couldn't even talk. He had a tube in his throat. And she told us randomly, she was like, the way we made it work was we always stuck together no matter what. We always talked it over and fought it over. And we that's what we did. If we needed to fight, we did. But we knew that we would always be there for each other. It wasn't an option to leave. It was, we need to work through this. And now it's just too easy. People are just like, whatever, I'll just go get divorced. It'll take 6 months, split everything down the middle, walk away. It's no big deal. And that's why I feel like I have such a hard time finding someone to be with, because I'm not that type of person. Like if I'm dating you, like if we get in a fight, I'm not going to just be like, well, fuck you then. Or like it's over. I'm not that type of, I'm not built that way. I wasn't raised that way. We may fight and be upset at each other, but we're going to, figure it out.
And that's kind of the question. Like when additive to the question I was going to ask you is there's an old phrase of you're only as good as you surround yourself with the people you surround yourself with, type thing. Well, if you surround yourself on social media and like all the people on social media, you're only going to be that good. You're only going to listen to those people because you're going to shun away those people who actually contradict what your question is or what you're saying. And you can easily drop them with, a snap of a finger. And then all of a sudden now you have the only people that are telling you to do the wrong thing.
Laura,
exactly. And most people on social media are shit.
Yeah, it's easy to get the wrong advice.
Oh yeah. The 1% of people that are in the world that are on social media that make up social media are usually shit people. And I mean, just because of the stuff that goes on social media, you can see it. Like, that's not indicative of the world. It's like 1%, but
Go break, Johnny.
but everything is just negative bullshit.
So I want to address Laura's comment. Can you love someone that doesn't look the same when you first married? You have to really love them body and soul.
Body and soul.
Well, yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think anybody. You're never gonna look the same when you got married. You're never gonna look the same when you know, like even Brian and I. First time we met, I was teeny little size 5, and then when we reconnected, I was probably 50, 60 pounds heavier. And even since getting married, it's probably another 20 pounds. So, I mean, it doesn't matter the size that you are, or if you, like, say you got like 3rd-degree burns and had to have, skin grafts and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody looks like because they're still them.
It's still them. Yeah.
I mean,
The attraction really is on a soul level, even though sometimes I really hate this guy.
Oh, come on. Look at that face. Look at that face.
Well, but it's...
How could you hate that face?
Look at that face.
When that face is like...
isn't the problem.
When that face is like raising a teenager... I hate it. So
I'm going to stick up for my brother.
Because I just wanted a man-child to raise.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick up for my brother. All right. Today, let's see. As of 2020, today, some 39% of marriages in the United States are ending up in divorce. 39%. That's pretty fucking high.
I think it also kind of has to do with the fact that we're that we're in like a gratification, era too. I think that's also sort of a big problem, is how we're all in this instant gratification, thing.
Yeah.
And people aren't patient enough to actually make something work. And taking the whole doesn't look the same. I mean, when I first started dating Corey, I didn't have any piercings, didn't have any tattoos.
What did that fucker do to you?
But over the course of almost 3 years, I mean, now look at me, and so I think that it's possible to still
Yeah, no, I mean, well, Bob, here's your certificate. In 2018, the divorce rate was 7.7. So that's a fucking huge. Something happened from 2018 to 2020 to go from 7.7 to 39%. That's pretty fucking high, dude. Something changed.
Well,
social media, maybe. I mean, I hate blaming social media. But here's my thing. Go ahead, Bob.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to everybody because I've never been married. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I can go off my mom and dad and all my aunts and uncles. They all grew up during the Great Depression, and everybody was poor. So they found some guy, they got married. Everybody struggled, and like my dad said, is if you can stick together during the struggles, you'll be able to enjoy the successful moments better. I mean, but what I'm listening to is now everybody wants to be their own person, and they don't want to meet someone until they're successful. But if you don't struggle together, how can you stay together?
Right, because you don't know what to do in those situations when things get tight. And
right.
Some people's personalities tend to veer towards, like, let's find an out, and a lot of times that out is somebody else. And that's that's where I'm getting at. This generation seems to be like, okay, I don't want every fucking millennial pissed off at me, but it just seems like you guys, okay, I'm going to be honest. I was married 20 years. Did I go through a lot of shit as a truck driver? You better goddamn believe I went through a lot, okay? But we stuck it out, and we stuck it out to a point. There was a certain point that I went to where that was where I drew the line. But up until that point, I dealt with it because, I watched my parents. They went through hard times. They moved from Italy to here to the United States, didn't speak any English, learned how to speak English, got jobs, went through some hard friggin' times, but always made sure that we had what we needed. We went to good schools. We took, all that stuff. But it seems like today's person it seems like they already have their out written out for them. It's like, it's sad because it's just like, I don't want to deal with that. And it's like, well, you need to deal with that because you know what? It's not going to be the first time or the last time that situation comes up in your life. It's going to come up again. Everybody loses a job. Everybody gets a pay cut. Everybody goes through these things. And if you don't know how to work those things out in a relationship, you're doomed. Because if the one person's already looking for a door, you're done. You're done.
I give my mother a ton of credit because when we were little kids, my father, I mean, she's got 4 kids. My father is doing 4 tours of Vietnam. So he has gone a year at a time. 4 out of 6 years he's gone. And my mom had to do it all herself. Yeah. And my mom never quit. My mom was a mom first. But when my dad came home, we didn't have all technology to like distract us. So when Dad got home, it was definitely family time. Every other weekend, we were in the car driving somewhere because that's how my father grew up as a family unit. We all ate dinner together, and I think that's part of the problem too. I think where society got lost was in the early 80s when the microwave was invented because now you didn't have
fucking
the whole
microwave
family every night eating at home. Now you can just microwave something. You can be in and out.
Bob's going right after KitchenAid for making that microwave.
Dude, I'm serious.
No, you got a point.
Before the microwave, every night we sat down and had dinner together. We had to.
Yeah.
But when the microwave got invented.
Yeah. I did it like when I had some oddball shifts during my marriage. And when I had the shift that was 6 to 6, it was perfect. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. because I got to sit down and eat dinner with my kids. So I made it a thing. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to be gone for 12 hours. Let's sit down every night at 5 o'clock, have dinner so before I go to work. And I think that's a big thing. And like for us, I mean, it's sad because, I did raise my kids a little bit different than most kids, but it still seems like to me, like Sunday dinner is not a thing. It's like me and my mom and my dad. it's like I look around, I was like, where's everybody else at?
Well, before my dad died in 2016, we had a 12-year run. Every Sunday morning, we would meet at the bowling alley at Strikes and Spares. We had breakfast. So sometimes we'd have 3 people. Sometimes we'd have 30 people. But it was an every Sunday tradition that the family could all come in and enjoy each other for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And that was real important to my parents was making sure family got together at least once a week, just so we could check up on everybody, make sure everyone's doing well.
Oh.
And I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I do. I think it was important. I really enjoyed it. Some of my memorable times were during dinner time because it was an opportunity. I didn't get to see my dad a lot because he worked nights. So it was nice that when he was home that we got to sit down and he would ask us how things were going at school and we got to, just kind of sit down and relax.
But I think though that's what helped makes marriage last longer is you stop worrying about my career, your career, and you start focusing on the family and what are we trying to put together to present to the world in our name.
Yeah, I mean, the focus should be on making John the perfect sandwich. That should be the focus.
Hey, you're barking up the wrong tree, dude. I ain't making you a fucking sandwich, okay?
Danielle,
Danielle, I got that. I see that, Danielle.
With what Laura said earlier.
Absolutely.
All right. I'd like to get. Hold on. Oh, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
No, with Laura's comment, I just want to touch on that real quick. She said that social media is not the scapegoat. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that with something like that it's part of it's a contributor of divorces, in my opinion.
It's the
Oh, for
people
sure.
behind it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know couples that have dual accounts.
Yeah,
I
It
had-
gives you access to people you normally wouldn't have access to.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's sad because you know what? All right, maybe because I'm a little bit older, maybe Bob can understand this, and maybe Bruce too himself. But I think it's kind of cool that I can actually go to a website that's dedicated to the people that graduated in '86 from my high school, and I know. Okay, yeah, we had flings and all that stuff during. Don't smile, Danielle. But you know what I'm saying? And I know a couple people that have like they share an account on Facebook. How do you guys feel about that where you have a joint account, husband and wife sharing a Facebook account? How do
It's a
you
good
how do
thing.
you think it's a good thing? Is
Yep.
that a non-trust issue?
Nope.
You don't think that's a non-trust issue?
If you're doing it because it's a non-trust issue, then you shouldn't have one at all. But if you're doing it because you guys just want to have a joint one, that's a great thing.
Okay, if you're doing it for that purpose, yeah, okay, I'm down with that. You want to share your experience as a couple through the 20, 25, 30, 40 years, whatever it may be. But if you're doing it for the other reasons that you don't trust the other person
You
to
shouldn't
have
have
their
one
own,
at all.
you shouldn't have
Yeah,
one at all.
My wife and I each had our separate one, but we had access to either account. So if
Yeah,
you
you-
wanted to go
yeah.
on my Facebook account,
I wouldn't trust your ass, Bruce. I wouldn't trust your
she
fucking
she got she could get my account. She could pick up my phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing was hiding.
All right,
So
Morgan.
that's part of having trust in a relationship is
I'm gonna hit the two people that are in relationships right now. Morgan.
Yep.
Corey comes up to you tomorrow and says, "You know what? We should close our Facebook accounts and we should have a joint account." You cool with that?
I mean, there's no way in hell he would ever do it. But I mean, yeah, like, but I mean, like the thing is too is that like
Laura's
we
straight
have
up
our own,
no.
like separate separate interests too. So I think like I mean, I suppose it'd be kind of cool to kind of mix our different.
Maybe like one you
You know.
have your own, but like have one that's a joint one that you guys share together.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, he would never do it because he's just not big into Facebook.
Right.
He often has it for a little bit and then he'll, delete it or, so I mean, he's not big into social media anyways, but I mean, if he brought the idea to me, I'd be, sure. Why not?
How about you two up there, Mr. Married Couples?
Why are you
Brian. What? I'm asking. She's looking at you like
yeah, like I'm worried I'm gonna get slapped here. Like
no, but Brian's
Yes, you.
Brian's the fucking nicest guy in the goddamn world. That's all I'm saying.
It's a front.
I'm sticking up for my brother. So
Danielle, you got all Brian's passwords?
For like our shared stuff, I do, but
Yeah.
like
we do well we do have like our own like email address for like the house and all that stuff. And
yeah.
for our
but what
bills,
it comes
those
down
things,
to
yeah,
is
but
Danielle trusts Brian and Brian trusts Danielle. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, like he doesn't have the passwords to do all the bills, so if I get
The bills.
he's kind of fucked.
Hey, let me speak from experience, Danielle.
I
That
can
was
see
it.
Brian
That-
fucking up the bills.
That was an issue when my wife passed away because she did all the bill paying online.
Yep, I do everything.
And
Financial.
that was a big issue trying to get all that stuff straightened out when she passed away.
I mean, he's on all of the accounts, so if he were to call and like say I need to get into checking or whatever, he'd be fine. But all of the like the tax records and everything, I have those saved to like our shared drive, so he has access to that sort of stuff.
How did we get to paying bills? I'm not talking about paying bills. I'm talking about Facebook here.
So
We're
I
talking
do
about-
see it now.
You're talking
okay?
about shared passwords.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
fuck the
I
share
can see it now.
password thing. Go ahead, Bob.
Brian?
Go ahead, Bob.
Brian has to call the bank because something happened to Danielle, and Brian's like, "I need to get into my account," and the president of the bank is like, "Why?
Why?
Why?" Danielle.
Or who are you again?
No, she didn't. Where is she?
No, I mean, we had a joint account. For me to try to get into the passwords and stuff, I actually had to bring her death certificate into the bank and all that crap.
Yeah.
And the best they could do, right, was I had to open up my own online checking account off from the same account and transfer all the bills over manually to my online checking to take over the bill pay. I could not get into her account,
And they
even
don't do
after she was
anything
gone.
like bill pay anymore. Anyways, everything is automatic on debit cards. But like if my debit card got closed because I'm dead, he would have to get into all of the the bill places to update the email address and the debit card number. I don't know that he'd be able to do that, so he'd have to just go to paper. But Brian and I have our own separate Facebook accounts. We don't really do a whole lot
You guys, yeah.
with them. Like, I mean, it's out there, so I can kind of read stuff, or I can like give John crap or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have shared passwords for like our Facebooks and stuff, and that's fine. And like, I can't see who his friends are. So like, if I go to his Facebook page as a friend, I can't see who he's talking to. That's the only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit, because it's
but Brian's page is all really bad jokes and vaping.
That's my life.
Yeah. Brian and
what's our
Becky
next
just share really
subject now?
bad jokes.
What's our
Really
next
bad.
subject, Johnny?
Hey, Laura, I'm going to share a picture, Laura, only because I can. Laura! Oh, I had to do it. Let me see here. Mike, how about you, Mike?
Next subject.
Look at the dog standing at
What?
attention over there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. She's shit. You remember that night. How about you? How about if you started dating someone and she said to you, I don't want to say I don't trust you, because that's not, I don't think she would flat out say that. Because I think if someone were to say to you, I don't trust you, I don't think Mike would date her. So,
No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
None of my girlfriends have ever said I
Yeah.
don't trust you, because I'm just, everybody knows. Like,
yeah, I know you. I know
I'm
you
not-
well enough to
I
know
don't do
that you're.
anything that would
Right.
even remotely make somebody not trust me.
Yeah. Would you do that? No.
I think I feel like I would probably just be like, let's just not have them at all.
You would just cut out social media. Completely.
Oh yeah, if one of my girlfriends ever was like, let's get rid of our social media, I'd be like, all right, game, 100%.
Yeah.
How about you, Bruce?
What?
Oh, you're never gonna find that unicorn. Never mind. I forgot. Bruce is only looking for the unicorn. I take it back.
That magical, mystical beast.
And Corey
Exactly.
wouldn't do that to you, right? Corey wouldn't say, "Hey, let's just shut down Facebook."
Well, I mean, he wouldn't tell me to. I mean, like I said, he's been on Facebook, and he'll, delete it for a while and won't, but he's never said to me like, hey, you should delete your Facebook or whatever. So
Yeah.
Are we ever going to meet, Corey?
Yeah, we need to
Well,
get Corey
let's
on the
see.
show.
he said he was on his way, so he might come home, the middle of this, but I
Corey.
on camera. Doubt it.
Yeah, we would like
Yeah.
to know. We would like to know Corey's.
He's not a
impression-
camera guy.
His first
No,
kiss.
It's funny because like he doesn't even like when people like tag him in stuff on on Facebook or whatever. So, I mean, I could ask him when he comes home, but I doubt he'll.
No, it's okay. I respect a guy that doesn't want to be on
Yeah.
I mean, I have my Facebook tags. I have to give permission for it to come onto the feed.
I
If I
remove
get
myself
tagged,
from something
I've
if I
got to
don't want
actually,
to.
I've got to actually approve it before it'll go online. So
Oh, hold on. I got a good question. I think I've asked you this question before, Bruce, because I know you say you're one and done. I believe that one will show up. That unicorn will show up, Bruce.
no, science will want to study it, John.
I know you want to study her first. I understand that. But I think I asked you, would it matter on your daughter if she would have said, "Dad, she's not the one."
Oh yeah.
Oh, it would. Oh, that's awesome, Bruce. That is awesome. I like that. I like that. Because your daughter's in her 40s.
Yep.
So for you would still take that into consideration. Like your daughter would say, "Dad, no." You
Well, I
brought.
do worry about her because sometimes she says I have to lower my bar down, and I go, no, I don't.
Well, Bruce, haven't you admitted that even if one came along that you thought you would want to seriously date, you would just walk away just because you don't want to do that?
Ooh, good question, Mike.
I haven't been in that situation yet to really know that answer.
Fucking, you got to remember, dude. Bruce is looking for this fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's looking for that like 12-carat diamond.
No, because
know
I
he's
think
gonna find it.
Bruce, I think Bruce has met, like, maybe not personality wise, but I think Bruce has probably come across
At
pretty
least one
pretty
or
smoking
two.
hot chicks.
One or
yeah.
two.
Yeah.
That the looks were there, it's just the personality wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. It's I hate to say it, but it's a package deal. They've got to.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to have, be attractive, obviously, but then they've got to have the personality, the habits, the quirks.
Yeah.
So Bruce, if you had to just ballpark number, guess randomly, how many dates do you think you've been on?
Oh shit, dude! I gotta get out the
if
calendar.
If you had to throw just a random number out there.
Look at the smile on his face right now, dude.
There's nothing wrong with going on dates.
I tried to actually count that, Mike, and
he lost count.
I mean, are we talking like 100
struggling.
or are we talking like 500?
Oh no, it's under 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe closer to 50?
Yeah, some probably in that range. Yeah.
And what's the longest you've actually like sort of dated one?
2. Have you gone on 2 dates with any of them? Right there is a no, dude.
I maybe 3 or 4 dates, but I mean, I had some gals that we kind of got into the friend zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we may have started out dating but realized it wasn't going to be a relationship, so it became a friend thing, So
let me, for the single guys on this thing, what would you guys say to like because I saw another podcast talk about this, like a traveling partner.
Oh, I know.
Not somebody that you date, but
there's
just like
quite a few gals that would jump at the chance to go on a paid vacation.
Well, of course, but I'm saying like, but no, like, what if she paid her own way? What if it was like, Bruce, if you found, because you like to go on trips, what if you found some chick that you like to hang out with? Yeah, maybe you guys like.
Let's say woman. Let's say woman. Let's not say chick. Yeah.
Woman, but it was like you guys were both okay with like, hey, like if we ever want to go on a trip, like if you want somebody to go with, hit me up.
Hey Morgan, is your mom single? Is your mom single? She want to date Bruce? Would she date Bruce?
I haven't run into. Yeah, I don't think I've run it because most of the gals that I know, they probably don't have the money to go do that. So
yeah. All right. Look,
that she's done. She's
okay.
I don't. Yeah.
All right. Well, I had an idea, and Mike said no to this idea, but I'm going to throw it out there for Bruce and Mike. And I thought
we're not doing the gating thing there, John.
All right. Time out. Let me listen. Listen to this. And Mike says he could. I don't know. But Mike set you up with a friend, and you set Mike up with a friend.
No.
No, Mike straight up no. No, Bruce?
I'm sure Bruce is with me that he doesn't like being set up.
No.
No, but I'm assuming.
My daughter even set me up on a date.
But I'm assuming that Bruce respects your opinion or judgment on a woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that Bruce... you also are going to assume that Bruce is not going to pick somebody that you're not going to like.
I don't know any gals Mike's age do.
Oh, yeah, that might be tough.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Bob froze. Yeah. I think Bob froze. Oh no, there he goes.
He's on the phone
watching TV.
Everybody, all 4 of us right now, do me a favor. All together, say Dodgers suck. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dodgers suck.
Now,
I
my
thought
daughters even fixed me up on a date
I was going to ask you now. Has she tried that already? She has tried to fix you up on a date.
once. Yep.
Oh,
She
see,
was
that's
she was at the Redwood Cafe
oh,
with some friends of hers, and she texts me. And she goes, and she sends me a picture of a blonde. And she goes, "What about her, Dad?" And I go, "Who is that? Where are you?" She goes, "Oh, I'm at the Redwood." She goes, "There's the
Redwood
one of the
Cafe.
high schools have a reunion there at the Redwood, right?" And she got to talking. She goes, "And they're your age, and they're single." And she goes, "Oh wait, no, the blonde lives in L.A. That won't work." Then she sends me a picture of brunette, and I go, "Well, who's that?" She goes, "She's more local. She only lives in Napa." I said, "How is that more local?"
No, Becky, I'm not talking about a booty call. I'm actually talking about Mike setting Bruce up with somebody that he thinks Bruce would. I mean, an actual date to go on, and Bruce doing this.
I don't. I yeah.
I think you guys should
I kind of
switch.
like doing it. I'm doing it on my own. So
Yeah.
or not doing it.
Or
Depends on
you're
how it's
not,
working.
or you're golfing. You're swinging the club.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's.
I met two girls last night, but I haven't talked to them tonight.
There you go. Best prank on a brother and sister you have pulled off, or some way you have tortured them. Who wants to jump on that one? Mike has got like 8 siblings.
Mike must have a whole bunch of family to pick on.
I'm
Brian,
starting to think about mine.
yeah, I've got a couple. I mean, you heard the garbage can one. I don't know why I dropped the garbage can, the plastic garbage can from 2 stories up to hit my brother in the head with, but I did it, and that's how I know. It wasn't good. I'm sorry, Becky. Yeah, a booty call reference to traveling. I don't know. Is that a booty call? What would be a booty call? How many miles would you have to go for it to be a booty call?
What's the travel
significant
distance?
circumference of the radius of the area that I would have to travel?
Well, I'd say on my dating sites, I've got 50 miles.
If I have to get on a plane, then that's a booty call. If I have to drive there, I don't think so.
I did one long distance date where I had to actually drive up to Santa Cruz to meet this gal.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, it was because she didn't really look like her pictures.
She catfished you. She catfished you.
She was close, but I think the pictures were maybe kind of old.
I like that. That should be the new term. That should be the new term, Becky. The suitcase date.
Yeah, but I had drove all the way up to Santa Cruz, so I thought, well, what the hell? I might as well, finish the day off with a date because I had no intention of anything happening at all.
Bruce.
But she did her darndest to try to get me to spend the night, but I came up with the excuse I had to go home. So
all right, without naming names, Bob, how far have you drove for a booty call?
Oh shit.
Oh. How far has Bob driven for a booty call?
Let's keep planes out of it. Let's keep planes out of it.
No. Because I was single, they always came to my house.
You never.
You're asking us how far they drove.
They or you, whichever one.
The farthest one drove in from Sacramento.
That's 45 minutes.
From Sacramento to here is not 45 minutes.
No, that's an hour 15. That's a solid hour 15.
I don't know what you guys are driving.
It all depends on what part of Sacramento, but it's about an hour.
Yeah.
It's about an hour to the first exit on I-5.
I like that one too, Becky. The toothpaste date.
I've had a girl fly from Cleveland.
Cleveland? You didn't go to Cleveland.
You go, Tim.
You didn't go to Cleveland.
She flew to me.
She flew to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You're a pimp.
She flew to Daddy.
Hold on a second.
That's a long distance booty call there.
She met me. Went home and broke up with her boyfriend. and flew out here like a couple months later. Flew back a couple months later
Wow.
because she was out here for work and met me on it, and I went to a job that she was at.
Brian, I know she's upstairs listening.
Brian has never had any past relationships.
Oh no, yeah, he has.
He's got an 18-year-old daughter.
Oh yeah,
No,
One
no,
past
the
relationship.
furthest. Well, the furthest like I've went, and I think she's in the same boat. I think it's like 3-hour drive.
The
Yeah, 'cause you guys
UK.
had a long distance thing going.
That's
damn,
what-
Hawaii and the UK. Shit, I ain't got
Damn.
nothing on the
Yeah,
UK.
Becky, you go, girl.
Who had that one?
That was Becky.
Becky.
Becky. Ooh.
Becky's looking for the unicorn. Go
Hanging
ahead,
off
Brian.
The world.
What was it, Brian?
3-hour drive.
3 hours. That's a long. See, like an hour is all right, but like 2 hours, you have time to think. I'm saying 2 hours, you could almost turn around and go back. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time to think about what the fuck you're doing and like, why am I doing this? 3 hours is you're pushing the limit there. Bruce, before we get to Morgan, get that number. I want to hear that number. It's okay. Corey's not watching. Bruce, what's the longest that someone has come for a booty call to your house or you have gone to their house?
Well, just for the
Bruce
purpose
has
of
got to
the
get
movie,
out the fucking calculator, dude.
I've got to get the world globe out and spin it a couple of times. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't necessarily go there for booty call though, because it could just kind of happen because I was there. But but for the actual booty, just for the sake of the booty call coming, I would probably say Sacramento,
Becky.
Sacramento or Fresno.
Becky.
Look at Becky. They were worth it. You go, girl.
A repeat. All right, Morgan.
Yeah, I'd say a couple-hour drive.
Go ahead, Morgan.
Corey just got home too.
Oh, Corey, never mind.
shit.
Never mind, Corey.
No,
Never mind, Corey.
Cut off now.
That would be
Morgan
zero,
has
though.
had no
I've never
past
done that sort of thing.
relationships.
What? What'd you say?
I said Morgan has had no past relationships
No,
before Corey.
no.
It's not true. I was in. Let's see.
No,
Three.
that's just what we always say when you're with somebody.
Yeah, when the other significant other's around.
when
Oh
you're
no.
with somebody and somebody asks about stuff like that, we always say we've had no prior relationship.
Bruce.
I've never done that sort of thing anyway.
I've never dated in my life. Yeah.
No, never.
Morgan runs. Morgan runs.
No, I mean, I've never been, into that sort of thing. So it's, so that's never, so I've never done anything.
Okay,
like
well, what about for like a date or something?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, not ever very far at all. I think.
Yeah.
You know,
It's different for a girl, I think, when it comes to
AKA
dating.
Morgan said they always come to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
All right then.
That's
We
fair.
see you.
I think it does. It does. The difference does apply for a woman. I think it does. I mean, a woman's not good.
Not according to Becky, but
Becky, I don't know.
Hey,
Don't get me in trouble, Bruce. Fuck.
is Becky saying she was in the Mile High Club?
Oh, I don't even want to bring up that.
I've
question.
always wanted to do that.
It's not that fun, Mike, and it's very.
The only reason I don't do it now is because of
I take it back. It might work for you, Mike, only because you're short and small and compact.
Dude, those freaking I would not want.
I'm 6'4".
That would be hard to have sex in an airplane.
6'4", 200 and probably back then 240, 250 in that little. Yeah, it doesn't work out. The math doesn't work out. But I've been
You had a Fiat Spider.
Oh no, not in that car. That was my baby. That was my baby. No, none of that shit happened in the car. I
Never
babied.
stained-
I
You never
babied
stained
that.
the seats in the Fiat, John?
No, that was my baby. Matter of fact, one
I've had
time
sex in every car I've owned except for my new one because I've only had it.
that car one time I couldn't get the top to close on that car, and well, obvious reasons. There was probably, let's think about it. It's 1988. There was probably $4,000 worth of stereo equipment in that car. I couldn't get the top to close. I slept in my car. I slept in that car because I was afraid someone would come and steal my shit. Yeah,
Couldn't lock it up, huh?
No, I couldn't get the handles to lock. You know those handles for the roof?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
closed
my
it.
My first car was a ragtop. I know.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to lock. So I was like, okay. So I went back in the house and I grabbed a sleeping bag and I slept in my car, man, until I could take it to the shop the next day because I was afraid someone was going to come and steal my stuff out of my car. And, I had an alarm, but I'm sorry. You can have an alarm. There's always someone that knows how to get by those fucking things. So
Well, Becky said she was too tall for the Mile High Club too. I guess.
I'm in the Mile High Club. Who else? Anybody else in the Mile High Club?
No.
Nope. Can't say I have tried it.
Mile High Club. Trip to Italy. Best trip ever.
Whose airspace were you in? Italy or the U.S. though, man?
I was just before Amsterdam.
Oh, you're over
So I was,
Europe.
yeah, Europe, yeah.
Oh, Becky says she is in the Mile High
Look at
Club.
you, Becky.
Yeah, it's not easy task, dude. It's not. Well, it's kind of sucky to talk about this because Mike knows who I'm talking about. So.
Oh God.
Killed your legs. I'm 6'4", and those bathrooms are not very fucking.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'd be a little tougher for the girl than for the guy in that. confined
Yes,
space.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, because you always go to one position.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always go to that one position. I like that, Mike. Hey, Mike, you have to share the wine you're drinking with us tonight. You're drinking some white wine, I see. Hold the bottle.
It's nothing. It's cheap. It's just barefoot.
Oh, it's barefoot.
I just grabbed the bottle.
Wine, though.
I just felt like it. I just felt like some wine. So
I have a hard time drinking red wine during the summer. I grabbed a bottle of red tonight, but I wanted to grab
I'm not a red wine fan, period. So
you're supposed to put the toilet seat down, Becky.
It doesn't have a down. It doesn't have a down. There's no lid.
It doesn't really. Yeah.
No.
Well, the sink's kind of small too.
Right.
You got the little faucet thing that's just gonna poke you in the bad spot.
There's nothing worse than being halfway and hearing, "We're about to land in Amsterdam. Please, everyone, get back to their seats and put their
Please
seatbelts on."
fasten your seatbelt. And
you had to land in Amsterdam.
Huh?
You landed in Amsterdam?
Yeah, our switch flight was Amsterdam to Rome, and then Rome to Sicily. Yeah.
Golf cart?
We spent. It pissed me off because we spent 6 hours in Amsterdam, and I could have rented a car. If I would have known I would have been there 6 hours, I would have rented a car and went into Amsterdam and got to see it a little bit before.
Oh, you just want to go to the red light district? That's all.
No, because I didn't do any of that. I didn't smoke any. I stopped when Frankie was born. So when my first son was born, I never
You said
touched.
about smoking in the red light district, John.
No, if I'm going, look. I can.
He's talking about.
Find.
He's talking about.
I'm gonna.
You ain't gonna put on the red light.
You can find sex stuff anywhere in the world, but you're not going to find the drugs that you're going to find in Amsterdam that you can find on the street in a cafe. So that was my thing, and I didn't do that back then. So there was no way I was
talking about drugs.
Oh, dude, no, I wouldn't go.
He's talking about
Roxanne.
Hey, John, the red light isn't up for drug buys. It's
no. The red light, I know what it is. Yeah. But if I was in Amsterdam, when I went to Amsterdam at that time, it would have been to get high, but I didn't get high at that time. But that would have been my goal. I was already with my wife. I wouldn't be going over there for sex. That'd be like, oh, hey, guess what?
Oh, the Mile High Club was with your wife. That's a good call.
Yeah. I would have gone there to drink
There
some
you
of
go,
that
Becky.
special, to drink some of that special
We all had a
tea
good life.
and have some of that special brownies. So, Mike, I got a question for you, Mike. Hey, you can answer this if you want to answer it. If you had to have, let's say you have a top 5 list. I just want the top 3 things that it would take to get Mike to say, "Will you marry me?" Uh-oh.
Fuck, I don't
That
know.
fucking brain is fucking just rambling right
I
now,
don't
dude.
know.
When you said married, you shook him up.
John, I have no secrets, Becky. You should know that
Um,
after all these years, I have no secrets.
I don't know. Shit. Just
Come
something
on.
that somebody could say that would make me want to marry.
No. Dude, come on, Mike. I know you pretty well, long enough to know that you have at least 5 things that need to be checked off before you marry someone. So just give me 3 of those things.
Oh
that
well,
need to-
yeah, for sure.
Bruce, you're next, so think about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's different. You're saying
Bob's next, too.
things that need to be checked
Hey,
off, or
John?
things that somebody could say. Because you said things that someone would say. There's a difference.
Right there.
What would this person's qualifications need to be for you to say I want to marry this chick?
Well,
I'm
she'd
sorry,
have to be
woman,
good-looking.
not
She'd
chick.
have to be good looking.
So looks are important. That's number one.
Have to have a good job.
Good job.
Um,
Look, Becky nailed it. Becky went right at it. Right,
yeah,
political.
right. Political probably. She would have to be conservative.
You just had to.
I would
give
have
me the
to
3.
somebody I could definitely trust, like somebody that I felt because
But I want to. I want to say something here. You took all the way to 4 to get to trust. You don't find that kind of weird?
No, because
You
I
don't
was
find-
trying to keep it like more light, and just not so common. Like people, like everybody says they want to trust their partner, of course,
Yeah.
but for me, it's at a different level. For me, it's like because like I said, I'm the type of person like no girl has ever wondered if I was not being trustworthy or cheating on them.
Right.
Like, ever.
No,
No
I
girl's
know-
ever had to even remotely think that.
Nobody in this panel knows you like I do. I know you're a good guy. You play a
And-
persona for this show. Mike is not
Even
an
all my
asshole.
girlfriends that I thought didn't cheat on me or weren't like, being untrustworthy by like texting somebody behind my back or something. But most of them have at once or another done something that was like, all right, what's going on here? So
And
if I found a girl that like never did anything like that it was like I didn't have to worry about it 100%. I guess the easy way to say it is like if a guy stepped out of line, even if it was one of their friends, that I knew she would put him in their place.
Yeah. One
Because
thing
I don't
that
think
I'm
girls
impressed.
are capable. Most girls aren't capable of, or most women aren't capable of doing that.
Yeah. What I'm impressed at, and I'll be honest, that you didn't bring up sex. How important sex was.
Well, sex is number 5.
Yeah, it's not in your top list. Bob.
Well, it's in my
Mr.
top 5.
Yeah, it's in your top 5,
Right.
but it's not. Most guys, let's just be honest, most guys would have said sex in the top 3. But Bob,
I can teach them.
Mrs. Wright comes along. Top 3 things that need to be done for Bob to say, fucking marry me, woman.
Sense of humor.
Yeah, sense of humor.
Say, I know you. I know Bob.
You know what? And she's got to have, I don't know, I guess it's like personality, but she has to be a good person.
Yeah.
And she has to be
got a big
economically
heart.
stable.
Bob's got a
Economically
big heart. Everybody doesn't know Bob, but Bob's got a big heart.
I need someone to talk to and somebody who
Yeah.
can talk back. And somebody who's not afraid to voice their opinion, because I get tired of carrying conversations a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Big time.
Hey, Brian, what has to happen? No, I'm just kidding, Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
Danielle
kill that
can
one.
say, "Okay, look, Brian, this is what we're gonna do."
I thought you said earlier that you're here for me, and now you're like, I'm gonna
no.
watch you get slapped.
Brian,
Hanging
I got
out
you.
to
I got
dry.
your back 24/7, Brian. Morgan. Come on, Morgan. Give me your top 3. Corey, if you're listening, pay attention.
He's in another room now. I asked him as soon as he came home if he wanted to pop on and say hi.
He's like, fuck
and
no.
Right away, he goes, "Nope,
Nope.
nope." I said, "Are you sure?" He goes, "No."
No.
So
We're not
but I
that
mean-
bad.
You should have told him. You should have told him you don't want to see the guys I'm talking to every Friday night.
Yeah.
he trusts that, you know.
Bingo. Thank you. You said the magic word, trust.
Right.
And he has trust.
I mean, you
It
know,
was a
and it's
joke.
nice because we always have, you know, a lot to talk about too. I feel like we never really get bored, you know, just talking either.
Yes, Becky.
And I mean, you know, and we both kind of have a similar, you know, sense of humor, so that, you know, helps too. Well, I guess those are 3 things right there. But while I'm on, I should probably head out because it's dinner time. So
Oh. Hey, Corey. Be
Yeah,
good to
well,
her.
I can't hear you.
We'll hunt you down. We'll beat your ass. There's
He
5
can't
of
hear you.
Okay. All right. Just let him know.
Well,
See you
his
later, Oregon.
dad has said, "Hey, you know, let me know, and I'll, you know,
Yeah.
straighten them out." So
Hey, everybody, let's show Corey.
thanks, guys. I'll catch you later.
See you, Morgan.
All right.
What's
Bye, Morgan.
What's the matter, you?
Yeah, see ya.
All right, Bruce. I know you hate this question, Bruce. What is that? All right, let me rephrase the question because I have to add unicorns to it. What is this fucking unicorn that Bruce is looking for?
Oh well, it's I don't think it's an actual 10, but it's more of a 9. But it's more than an 8 crazy. So
Exactly.
you have to watch that video.
You know,
Yeah, the
I've
crazy
seen that.
hot scale.
I've watched that video,
Yeah.
but I do, but you know,
And if they're too hot and too cold, they're a dude.
They're a dude, man.
I'm Italian, so I believe that there's love is out there. It's just around the corner. You just got to find it. I do believe that someday that it will happen,
Yeah.
and I don't think there's nothing you can do about it, Bruce. I mean, it's going to
No, I
happen.
mean if it happens, it happens.
Becky says, besides me.
I'm not forcing it, you know.
Right.
So
And at your age, not saying that you're old. Don't beat me
No.
up when you see me next week. But
Yeah.
your top 3 is going to be a lot different than Mike's,
yeah,
Bob's, mine. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sure I'm going to take a wild guess, but number 1 is someone that's financially stable.
yeah.
That's got to be at your age. That's
Yeah, because I don't. I've raised a family. I've done my life struggles with career
Right.
work, unemployment, paying bills. I mean, the whole kit and caboodle. And I don't have to go through that again. I don't want to go through that again. to be honest with you, right? I've raised my kids. I don't want to raise somebody else's kids.
Come on, Bruce. You don't want a Mike to come home to?
And I don't want to be. I don't want to be somebody else's retirement ticket.
Right,
you know?
right.
I've worked hard for what I have, and you know,
So let's go finances number 1.
yeah,
Number 2. What would be number 2?
attractive,
Attractive.
right? Personality, some independence.
Well, that'd be
all
part of-
world
yeah.
into it. You know,
That would be part of number 2. So
Right.
looks, personalities.
still has a sex drive, I guess.
I'm just waiting for. Hold on. Let me
Gotta have
find.
that in there, right? And a fun person.
Yeah, fun person. I
Yeah.
mean, you're an active person, so you're very active. You golf. You do a lot of other things. So.
Yeah.
So someone that's not just going to say, and granted, look, I don't want to piss off all the ladies. There are times that, you know, it's appropriate to sit at home and watch a fucking movie.
Oh
and do
yeah, I
all that.
mean, everybody needs their little downtime.
Right,
and,
but
you
there
know,
are times
Yeah.
where we need to be out and about, enjoying company, enjoying friends, being amongst other people and stuff
I mean,
like
she
that.
doesn't have to do everything I do, and I don't have to do everything she does.
Right, right.
You know.
Because I'm assuming you're like like my uncle. He doesn't. His time is his time. He wants to go golfing like you do. Necessary? Does she want to come? Great. If not, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. If
Yeah.
she's going to go shopping with the girlfriends or have you, fun.
yeah.
Shopping's not my thing.
So, Mike, come on, Mike. You have a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
All right. You have had to have some pranks in that fucking house at times. What is one of the best pranks you pulled on your brother or your sister?
I don't know. I don't know if we never pulled pranks on each other because that shit went south quick.
It usually
Was
does.
it was dad? Was it dad
We
or
didn't
mom?
need prank. We didn't need prank. Oh, my dad was a strict man when we were young, especially when we were younger. I mean, you got to remember there was 8 of us living in the house, like so.
You got to
There's
have the
always
little, got a
think
little
about
hammer
that.
time
Somebody's always fighting with somebody. Something's going on. So yeah, we never pranks. My dad would have never. We never did pranks because pranks. My dad would have never thought that was funny. Like so, but I mean, I've done pranks on other. We've done pranks on other people, like me and my friends and stuff. But I've
Come
never
on.
done. I've never.
You haven't done
pranks
any on
my
your
siblings.
brothers, on your
Nah,
sibling?
just because it wasn't like I don't know. Pranks was never something we. Yeah, that went. I had 5 sisters, so no prank on them would have went over well at all. My dad would have beat my ass.
Well, they were all 5 older sisters, right?
No, 2 younger.
2 younger.
And then my younger brother was too much younger than me, and then my older brother was too much older than me for me to prank him. So.
Hey, Bruce, did any of those girls curl your toes? Is that on your list, Bruce? Is that on your list, Bruce? Do they have to?
I have a no toe curlers. I have some that are probably were disappointed that we didn't continue dating. I mean, I heard that comment, but
Did you pull any pranks on your brothers or sisters, Bruce?
I probably did. I don't remember anything in particular. I mean, I had a younger brother. He was 6 years younger than I was, and he would be annoying because younger brothers can be annoying.
6 years is a big enough gap.
Yeah. So he was out there. I was in the garage doing something at the house or something like that. And he had a little freaking mirror in his hand, and he kept reflecting the light in my face and stuff. And I kept telling him, "Knock it off, knock it off, knock it off." And you can't catch me. You can't, So I picked up a little rock, and I threw that thing right at him. And he's got this mirror in his hand, and he's doing this whole thing. I broke that mirror right in his hand, and he just sat there and looked shocked on his. Because he's 20 feet from it, he's doing this with the mirror, and I throw one little pebble, and I hit that mirror right in his hand that he had cupped and shattered that mirror. Thank God didn't cut his hand, but he was just like, "Dude, how did you do that?" And I said, "Don't fuck with me, little bro.
Don't fuck with me." Damn, Becky, you're one of 9 like Mike. Jesus Christ. Mike, you're not the youngest though, right?
No, I am number 6 of the 9.
Yeah, you're number 6.
Yeah, there's 3 younger and 5 older.
Brian, Mr. North Dakota. Brother, sister prank.
One sister. Older
Did you
sister.
prank
like
her?
2 years.
You had to prank her. She's older than you?
Well, not really horribly bad. Like when we were little, like under 10, we would all have bedtimes, and like her room was like around from mine. So like we go to bed, I kind of wait like a half hour, and then I would like kind of like crawl around and like crawl underneath her bed, and then wait a little bit, and then like I would scare her in the bed, and like that's just what I did when I was little, and that's really all I've done.
You're a fucking nice guy.
Nothing
Damn it,
bad.
Brian.
I mean, she's the one that slammed my pinky into a door.
All right, there you go. That's a sister.
I mean, there's that. So I still have this scar on my hand to prove it here. don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's like right there. It was like all the way down to the bone. So there's that when I was little. So
7 girls and 2 boys. Jesus Christ, I feel sorry for those 2 boys. Are the
Hell
2
yeah.
boys? Are the 2 boys the
Did you not-
youngest?
But did you not see the picture on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
saw the
see-
picture.
Yeah.
I saw the picture, Becky. Can I put it up?
Becky's right in the middle of the picture, not smiling with her striped dress.
Yeah, I knew that was Becky. As soon as I saw it, I knew that was Becky. Becky, can I share your picture, Becky? You can tell.
We're actually doing family pictures tomorrow. That's why I had to go get
Oh,
a haircut.
nice, Brian. Nice. Where are you guys going to do family pictures?
UOP.
Oh, UOP.
Yep.
Becky, can we share your picture? Who cares? She's like, who cares? All right. Let's see if Mike can pick out Becky.
Yep.
I already know which one she is.
Yeah, I know which one she is too. You could tell.
I
Which,
know.
I could tell which one she is too.
It's too hard for me to see that.
Oh, hold on.
I'm on my phone, so.
Oh, that's right. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Can you tell which one's Becky?
In the white shirt on the right.
This one?
No.
I can't
No.
even see
This one? No, that's not Becky.
which one's
Hey
Becky.
now, I want the good one with stockings too.
Which one's
Be-
Becky?
Becky is right here.
Right
Right
there.
in the middle of the picture.
Oh yeah, I guess that does look like Becky. Yeah, like I said, it's really hard for me to see.
That's
that on my phone,
super.
so.
That's as far as I can zoom in. By my dad.
Wow, that's a lot. That's
Yep.
a lot of girls.
That's a lot.
There's a
Of
lot of
girls.
girls.
Dude, I feel sorry for those 2 guys right there, and the dad, because I know what it is like to have a daughter.
And that got to be hell for a bathroom in that house.
Hell yeah.
How embarrassing! Come on,
Trust
Becky.
me, it is.
My-
It's hell.
My brother has 7 daughters by 4 different women.
Let's all say it. Becky was a hottie.
Becky was.
Your brother's got 4 daughters from 4 different wives.
Who?
7 daughters.
7.
Your brother has 7 daughters.
My brain just fucking exploded.
I don't even feel bad for him because he obviously didn't learn his lesson.
Well, apparently
Couldn't make a
not.
boy. Tried his hardest, could not make a boy.
They've tried different women too, huh?
That's
He
a
tried different
lot.
Oh,
That's a
Becky,
lot of child support.
Becky, I see your mom here too, right there up the top. Now, I didn't really notice her until I zoomed into the picture. That's your mom on the top right-hand side. You look a lot like your mom. Right here, let me share it one more time. Dude, that fucking wine is just kicking in right now, guys. I apologize. This your mom right here, right? Your mom was
Yeah.
8 years older than your dad. Woo.
No, her dad was 8 years older than her mom.
That's what I said, Bob.
No,
So you said
the
her mom was 8
older.
years older than her dad.
All right, the wine is speaking. It's easy. Bob, ready? Easy like Sunday morning. The wine is kicked in. I'm 2 bottles in, you bastards. Who didn't answer the question yet? I didn't have.
What's the question?
What was the
I-
question?
I wasn't allowed to do any shenanigans with my brother because my dad would whoop our ass. So basically, I didn't get to do any of that stuff. So I do remember a story that me and my brother Phil got in a fight in the front yard over a girl, and my mom grabbing the hose and hosing us down as we're fighting. That's my story. I do remember that story. I don't know what girl we were fighting over, but we were fighting over a girl. And me and my brother got into pretty much fighting. And my mom didn't know how to stop us. So she just grabbed the hose, turned the hose on, and started hosing us down with the hose. It worked because we stopped fighting.
It was in 1972. My oldest brother was 12. My dad was in Vietnam, and my sister and my other brother and myself locked him out of the house because he was being a dick. Because he was in charge. My mom was at work. Dad's in Vietnam. And so we locked him out of the house in the backyard. And back then, the sliding glass doors were real glass. My brother put his foot through the sliding glass door. And we were scared. No, we were scared. We weren't scared of Mom, because Mom at the time, she was,
she's
raising
sweetheart.
4 kids with Dad in Vietnam. We were more afraid about what Mom was going to tell Dad when Dad got off the plane. And it was really pretty cool because Dad had the philosophy of what goes on when he's in Vietnam stays in Vietnam, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that screen door was not cheap back then because I had to replace.
It was a glass door.
Yeah, I had to replace one myself.
Yeah. It was at the time. It was $75, but minimum wage was like $1.25 an hour.
Yeah. I shot on this street, and you want to talk about shit luck. I was in front of my house. I shot a BB gun, and it traveled, ricocheted off something else, and went through this guy's sliding glass door. And there was no way I could prove that it wasn't a BB because it was a perfect BB hole, and the BB was still stuck in the glass. And I had to replace that sliding glass door for this neighbor that is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 houses away. That busted that window. I was so pissed. And
that's a good BB gun.
It is German made BB gun.
Hey Becky, my niece came to visit, and her son was 6 years old. My great nephew. I had a pool in my backyard, and he was learning how to swim. He wasn't confident, so I pushed him into the deep end, and with no floaties on. And I yelled at him. I said, "Look, move your arms, move your arms, move your arms. Now kick your legs." And pretty soon he was swimming, and I couldn't keep him out of the damn pool. But he learned.
Yeah, he learned.
Mm-hmm.
Becky, what was it like growing up with so many sisters? That's the key thing. I mean, Mike, for you too. I mean, what was it like growing up with so many sisters? You had a lot of sisters, right?
Well,
I didn't have any
5 sisters.
But I bet the fun part was when the sisters all brought their girlfriends over.
I don't think Mike ever dated one of his sister's friends. No, I don't think so.
No, I didn't.
No, I had 2 rules that I went by. My sister was only a year younger than me.
Right.
For 15 months. So I had 2 rules I had in high school. 1, I didn't date any girls from my own high school. 2, I didn't date any of my sister's friends.
I never dated anybody from my high school for that same reason, Bruce.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just had too many buddies
sister...
that had the girlfriends tagged behind them every minute in school at the locker, just attached. And it's like, oh, hell no, I couldn't do that.
The 3 boys
I
next
bet they
door.
did have a view.
Huh?
I bet they did have a view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always tried to, as a younger guy, I always tried to flirt with my oldest sister's friends.
The oldest one?
Yeah, my oldest sister. And she's like
you're getting that older woman
5, 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
We know Mike likes his cookies and creams.
There's 2 kids, there's girls in between me and her. And I always tried to flirt with her older friends, but in any of them that actually kind of liked me or flirted back, they had to, they could never be real upfront about it because I was
right
a young teenager and they were an older teenager, so
I had the babysitter's girlfriend sneaking in my room at night.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
Bruce is a legend.
You had the what?
The babysitter's girlfriend sneaking into my room at night.
Wow.
So the babysitter was a dude?
Girl.
But it was one of your babysitter's friends?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Damn, go Bruce. We
But
never
it
had
wasn't
babysitters. There was
wasn't
too
why
many
the
of us.
babysitter was there. It was after they would sneak into my room. Once the babysitter left, my mom was home. And my mom was too drunk to know that the gal was sneaking into my room because she'd come through the window. We lived in an apartment complex, so
Okay,
I just
when you were a
popped the screen
teenager,
off and.
when you were a teenager, what's the oldest girl or the oldest woman you guys hooked up with? So
I was probably.
Eight.
I'm not touching this one.
Come on, John. Don't
Let
be a little
me
bitch.
put it this way: she
Don't
was an
be a little
adult.
bitch.
She was an adult.
Oh well, that's not. I mean, come on.
She was like
All right.
19.
I was
Probably about
18.
18 or 19.
Okay,
I was probably
18.
15.
I was 18, and the woman was 29.
Woo! So I'm talking about, Bob.
Da-da-da.
Oh,
Hey,
if you want to go that
hey,
way,
hey.
I have you beat, but that's still pretty good.
I was probably 20, and she was probably 39 or 40.
Wow.
So
Damn.
almost twice my age.
That's about what mine was. I was 18. She made me wait till I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 18, and she was like early to mid 30s. But she was like, you have to wait till your 18th birthday.
I was with mine.
She thought I was old. She actually thought I was
with mine
old.
for 6 months.
Yeah.
What,
Damn.
Becky?
And she came back and said she was pregnant, and we had to get married.
Damn,
Ah.
you were that good, Bruce.
Wait, Bruce, hold on. Say that again.
I said, and then she said she was pregnant, and we had to get married.
Oh, hell no.
And hell no, I told her you're not pregnant. She goes, no, you're right. I just was trying to trap you into getting married.
Freshman.
Twice my age, man.
I don't have like this big, huge gap, but I was a freshman at Bayer. I used to have the parties where Mr. Martin's property is, which is now Modesto Toyota, I think. Yeah. Modesto Toyota. And I met her at a party out there. It was my first time, rocked my world, didn't know her name, never saw her again. She was a senior, and she didn't want to know who I was or nothing. It was just like wham, bam.
You were just a fling, John.
Yeah, it was. It's the first time and the only time in my life that I literally felt used.
And you loved it.
Wasn't it good, John?
No, I didn't have nothing to compare to it, Mike.
No, I'm saying you loved the fact of being used.
Yeah.
No, not so much, because being that it's your first time.
You're one of those pussies.
No, it was to me. I would have.
Your heart, Johnny.
Yeah, she left.
Oh,
She took
poor
off.
John.
Yeah, my heart was broken. My heart was broken.
I loved being used.
Yeah. I got some. Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like it was reverse roles for me. It was just like, okay, this happened. This should be special to me. But yet it's not, because it was just like, it was orchard sex in a car.
John,
awesome.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. See you later.
You were just a piece of ass, John.
That's what I was, dude.
See, I'm one of those kids. If I was a teenager and my teacher had took advantage of me, I would have loved every minute of it.
Oh yeah.
And if we would have gotten caught and she got to go to court, I would have been up there on that stand
denying it.
Like, she sucked my dick something fierce, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, no, I did. Well, come on, dude. I mean, I'm a freshman, so I'm between 15 and 16. And granted, I was a little bigger than most guys back then, because
I was 14 and she was 18. She was a senior. I was in 8th grade, or I was 13 because I think
I was already 6'3", 6'4" already by then. So I didn't look like basically I didn't look like a freshman. So, yeah, I have a heart, you bastards. I would have liked to got to know her a little better, but I didn't get that option.
I had that happen to me the first time I went to Vegas. I was 21. We went for my birthday, and we ran into these.
Becky needs a drink now.
Me and
Yeah.
Brandon ran into these girls in line, these women in line, and I could tell they were definitely older than us, but because we were 21. But I've always, since I was a teenager, always talked to older women, always been able to hold conversations with older women. Like it's just always how I've been.
Mike's gonna
I
marry
was
a
joking with her
50-year-old.
in line. I was joking with her in line about her luggage and stuff and all this random stuff. So then they check out, or they check into their room. They get their room. We're next in line. So I'm going up and I'm standing there checking into the room. And we have two girls that came with us that are our age, but they're like standing in the lobby waiting because I only said it was just me and Brandon, so that way we didn't have to pay for the two girls to
Right.
be in the room. So these ladies walk back up, and she gives me a sticky note with her name and number on it. And so I find out, and then I meet her later on that night. She's smoking hot. Like this chick, me and Brandon can't believe it. We're 21 and we cannot believe this shit. She's smoking hot. And I meet up with her later, and this is where my youth comes in, where I wasn't smart about it. She asked me my age, and I didn't lie because I didn't think I needed to lie. I didn't realize.
Well, yeah, you don't need to lie at your age.
I didn't realize it because I was like, yeah, I'm 21. Well, she was 29.
Oh, that's
And
not bad.
she thought I was like 25, at least 25, 26.
Well, it usually does. I usually drop off.
And so that we hung out, but she wasn't gonna sleep with me because she thought I was 25, 26, but I was only 21. And then afterwards I was like, damn, I wish I would have lied. But I didn't think I needed to because I didn't think as 21 that I looked like I was 25. Because when I was 21, I definitely didn't look how I looked at 25. So I don't know how she thought I was older. Maybe it was just the way people have always said I carried myself well. But
I don't like that saying. I don't get that saying.
I've never got it either because I've got it since I was a teenager. But
Yeah.
people, even when I was 18, like I had people, I always tell people, oh yeah, I'm a senior, and they would think I meant a senior in college. But I don't know. It mostly comes from women, but I've always been told that since I was a teenager. Like you carry yourself very well, like an adult. And stuff.
Mike's never paid for sex.
Oh, he's safe.
No, I've never paid for sex. No, I'm cool off that. I've had, when we were in Vegas, I had buddies that did. Where I got hookers to the back of the room, but that is not me at all. I'm good.
Okay, let's get into that because I get where some, I don't know, maybe Bruce, maybe. I mean, was that a thing back then where your dad took you to a hooker for your first time?
No.
No. How far back do you have to go for that?
That I got lucky?
I don't think you have to go back that far, John. I just think it's a different type of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so weird when I hear that.
That's a really weird way of like parenting.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, my first time was with a hooker. I'm like,
No, I mean, because
my dad paid for it. I'm like, what?
I guarantee you guys had a bunch of people your guys' age that happened to.
Oh, I'm going to say yeah.
My buddy,
I've never been to one of those places. I mean,
well,
when I was married for so
you're a
long,
stud.
then,
You're a stud, Bruce.
And then afterwards, it's like it would be more like a novelty thing just to check it out, like the bar, and just kind of like, well, this is kind of weird. I don't think I would actually pay for it though,
No.
At least that way.
Go ahead, Bob.
I heard it's not that cheap, anyways. But
it used to be. My buddy.
Yeah, I hear it's not anymore.
When he was a sophomore, his older brother took him and got him a hooker.
That's just so weird, dude. Fuck. It's just weird. I don't know if I could. I mean, a stripper maybe. I can see a stripper, but like to straight up go get your first time to be with a hooker. I go. That'd be just. I don't know. How do you set the standard for the rest of your life with a pro? I went there. I know. I went there. Blame the wine. Look how quiet it got in here.
Well, no, because
seriously, you know where I'm going, Bob. You know where I'm going with it.
I was 18. She was 29. We were together for 6 months. I had no clue what I was doing at first.
Yeah.
But you kind of need an older woman to guide you through and make sure that you're going to be good for the rest of your life. You know, because you learn things from an older woman.
But she's not in the position to teach you when she's getting paid. She just wants the deed to be done with.
No, that's not necessarily true. Some of them are real, you know. I mean, if you want to say,
they're real sensitive. They're real
take care
sensitive.
of him, they're going to take care of him.
I do need to step back, Dan, Becky. I need to put the second bottle of wine. But look, I'm this close from finishing it. So I might
bottle number 2?
Yeah, I might as well finish it. You know, what the hell?
Just chug it, John. Just be done with it. Just chug the whole thing.
Dude, one does not chug good wine, Brian. One does not chug good wine.
Saying. You want to finish it? I'm giving you the way out.
I mean, you first start sipping it, and then you kind of start slurping it.
Slurping it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume everybody on this panel has not had their first time with a hooker.
No.
Nope.
No.
I've never been with one ever. So
no, I've never been.
I don't think anybody on this panel has ever been with one. So.
I don't know. I question. I was gonna say this guy over here.
Tell that story, Bob.
Hey, what about Bob?
I was 21, and I was hanging out with a fellow Italian brother of mine, Joe Simile Jr.
Oh, okay, not Joe Retorto.
His dad's a big shot in the Sons of Italy in Modesto. We went up to Reno exclusively to hit the Mustang Ranch. We stopped in, gambled a little bit, won some money, but we were on a mission to go to the Mustang Ranch, and we fulfilled our mission.
Yeah. Mustang Ranch. Back in the early 80s, late 70s.
Package deal, Bob, or or
no. He found a girl he wanted, and I didn't see the one that was really gonna twist my knobs at the time. So I went to the bar and I had a drink, and then this blonde shows up. She's got Dolly Parton boobs, and she's got the blonde hair. And her stage name was Farrah. I'm like, okay,
wow.
Don't destroy your perfect image, Bob.
Yeah, I was a young kid.
So
you do a lot of things you're not supposed to when you're young.
So did you get butterflies and get all tingly?
No. I was not nervous. Because at that point, I was a man of experience, okay?
Butterflies with a hooker is a bad thing, dude. We're taking off. We're going to Canada to get married.
Will you marry me?
No.
Loving a hooker.
Brian's been quiet over there.
John, Bob, do you remember how much it cost?
$50.
$50.
Yeah. Damn,
but back in 1983, 84, that was because I think at the time I was working in a liquor store. I was only making like $4.50.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I mean, my weekly paycheck was probably $120.
Yeah.
That amazes me.
That's crazy because my buddies went when I lived in Reno in 2013. My buddies went and they said it was $100 just for a blowjob.
Yeah, it's like I hear from guys that have been up there. It's going to run you if you want the full works close to $500, if not more than that.
You can go to Stockton.
I've heard
you can go to Stockton and go down Charter Way and get a $5 hand job.
Yeah. I was in Vegas one time, and we're sitting at I want to say we're at Harrah's or something like that, but we're in the back part of the bar. It was me and 5 guys from work. We were on a work trip, and I didn't know that's where the hookers hang out. So this girl comes up next to me. We start talking, and this guy comes over. He goes, "Hey, how much? How much?" And she goes, "Look, I'm with my boyfriend here. Can you leave me alone?" I said, "Okay." And she's like, "I hate undercover cops." I said, "Oh, I didn't know at the time." Oh, you're a hooker. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, like
yeah.
Dudley Moore. You're a hooker.
Yeah, hooker.
So I'm like, okay, what's the going rate? She goes, 400. I said, you
Whew.
know what? Give me your card. I'm going to hang out with my boys for a while. I might give you a call later. And we walked outside, started heading down the strip. I tossed her card because, no offense, I wasn't going to pay for it. I'm sorry.
Bob,
400.
Bob.
Huh.
So totally off topic. Nicole Jokic tonight, the game just ended, and he had a 30-20-10 game in the playoffs, and it's the first time it's been done since 1970 with Kareem.
Wow.
30-20? Fuck.
30-20-10.
Damn.
Yeah. 30 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists.
Wow.
First time done since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then before him in 1970, and before him was Wilt.
Yeah.
He's gonna get laid tonight.
Well, he's the MVP, so he should.
Yeah, it was
Well,
30
actually,
points,
though,
20 rebounds, and 10
but-
assists.
If you're in Vegas, there's all these guys on the strip who hand out these little cards and catalogs that says, "Hey, this girl will come to your room for $100." Okay, so my buddies did this. So they call the girl. They get two girls. There's two guys. They both have to pay each girl $100, and the girls like take off their clothes, and then they go, "Okay, it's going to cost you this much for this much for this much for this." Well, what about the $100? That's just for me to get here.
Yep, that's just
Okay.
that's just covering traveling money. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey John,
That's
watch
why-
out! She's sneaking up on you behind you, John.
He's
Yeah.
back there.
That's why when Bob goes to Vegas and Bob wins money, like betting football and stuff,
Yeah.
Bob just goes to the Deja Vu and just pays a $20 girl to give me a lap dance naked, okay? Because
All right.
Bob can afford $20. He's not going to
I-
blow like $1,000.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Does Bob Sharp marry a stripper?
No.
Brian, just pretend Danielle's not around. Does Brian marry a stripper?
I wouldn't. No.
Mike,
But I'd date a stripper.
I didn't say
Right.
date.
Exactly. Exactly.
Does Mike marry a stripper?
No, I don't even like going to strip clubs.
And I already know Bruce's answer.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we touched on every topic. Is there anything
No, I think
else?
the last time we were one with my up there. This is years ago, and the gal comes over and she hands me. She said something in my hand, and I go, "What's that?" She goes, "Don't look at it. Don't look at it." She goes, "I'll get in trouble if you look at it." And I go, "Okay." And then she comes back later and she goes, "Did you look at it?" I said, "No, you told me not to look at it." And she goes, "It's my phone number." I go, "Oh, okay. What am I supposed to do that?" She goes, "You're supposed to call me." She goes, "We're not allowed to give our numbers out.
Yeah.
The bouncers are watching us and stuff like that."
Right.
She goes, "That's why I told you to." I go, "Oh, okay." And she goes, I go, "What am I supposed to do with that?" She goes, "You live local?" I said, "No, I live out of state." And she goes, "Oh, okay." She goes, "How?" She asked me how long I was there and stuff. So we chit chatted, phone call, but we never met up after the club, right? Then headed back to Cali. A couple days later, I get a phone call from her. She goes, "Can I move out there and live with you?" No.
Yeah, sure. Why
No.
not? Come on over.
Yeah.
You got a couple spare bedrooms, Bruce.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't even want to see where that was going to go.
Did we touch on all the topics? I'm trying to
Becky,
look.
Vegas is a lot of fun. I would go back to Vegas in a heartbeat.
Pretty Woman rates. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Pretty Woman wasn't cheap. If you remember what he was paying for her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had a lot of money too, so
Yeah, he had a lot of money.
he just paid her to be there.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't want to have sex with her. That's why I brought up the Pretty Woman thing. I mean, all right, it's Hollywood. I get the fucking Hollywood finale, all that bullshit. But there's no way that somebody in his caliber of business and finance is going to marry a hooker that has slept with someone that he knows. There's no
But she
way.
wasn't a hooker. She was an escort.
I don't care what she was, but there's no way a guy's going to marry somebody that somebody else that he knows has seen her naked.
Hey, there's a lot of rich guys that probably have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm drinking way too much because I'm looking for Taylor Swift backgrounds. This may get bad.
Not
John,
me.
step
It
up to a
is.
real woman. Look at Shania
Right.
Twain, okay?
All right,
Shania
all right.
Twain,
Let's get this out
Salma
there.
Hayek.
I'm with Bob.
All right. Let's go,
Get
Bob.
off the,
Hit me with
off
it.
the bird legs, no boobs, Taylor Swift.
How do you say no boobs?
She ain't got any boobs.
That's what's sneaking it behind you, John. Who is that?
Hey,
She
John,
does-
Yeah,
Oops.
go ahead.
John, what you need is a woman like Stevie Nicks, all right? Because
Oh,
Taylor
God.
Swift's going to
Nicks.
date you, write a song about you, break up, write another song about you.
I
Stevie
wanted to
Nicks
write a
is
song
gonna-
about me.
Stevie Nicks is gonna date you, write a song about you, break up with you, write a song about you, and while she's performing that breakup song, she's gonna make your ass play fucking guitar. Okay, that's how badass Stevie Nicks is. Just ask Lindsey Buckingham.
Lindsey Buckingham, yeah.
He wrote a breakup
Hey,
song about him,
hey,
and he
you
had to
can
play
always
guitar
go-
on that track.
You can
I've
actually
heard
go
from
for
multiple people that Stevie Nicks is a bitch.
hey, but hey, Johnny, you could go after Lopez and see if you can add to her engagement ring collection.
Well, I see
No,
that she's back with.
She's back with Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
I don't get that. I don't get that. At first, I thought that whole bullshit story was all about publicity, just to promote the movie,
Mhm.
which was a horrible movie.
Yeah.
It's actually the worst. It's actually in the list of the top 10 worst movies ever made. Gigi.
What movie?
Mhm.
Gigi.
Never even seen it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jiggly, yeah. That was a horrible
Yeah.
movie.
That was fucking the worst
It was.
fucking movie ever made. And now she's back with this guy. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Well, you know what though? She's only 2 rings short of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She's almost got her Super Bowl.
Yeah, she's 2 rings away from Tom Brady for rings.
But I'm willing to bet $10 that Mike dates her.
Who?
I'm telling you right now, if Selena was still alive, Jennifer Lopez would still be working at Taco Bell.
Mike would date Jennifer Lopez.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah. Bruce would date Jennifer Lopez.
No.
What? You wouldn't? All right, we got to hear this. Why not?
Hmm?
Just because she has experience, or what is it? What is it that you wouldn't want? What is it that makes you not want to date
Just
Jennifer?
I'm gonna
Got
try to
too
get her.
much.
I'm gonna try to get her to buy me a car.
She's got too much junk in the trunk, man.
That would be a reason not to date her, though.
Yeah.
Oh hell no. Have you seen that movie? What's that stripper movie she put out? Hustler, like 2 years ago.
I'd rather go
Bob,
after.
have you seen that movie?
I'd rather go
That was,
after Selma
that was
Hayek.
actually a good movie.
Oh, Bob,
I'd ra-
you got to watch that movie.
I'd rather chase Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek, hands down, Bruce. Selma Hayek.
Bob, you got to watch
Come
that
on.
movie.
Nah, I'm good.
No, come on, dude. J Lo looks. Trust me, she's not my first pick.
Well,
of
we're
celebrities,
just
but-
not going to tell him that Cardi B's in it. So
Oh yeah, I don't like her.
That's
I don't-
nah. I don't like her either.
I
Her
don't
and
like
Megan
her.
Thee Stallion? No, I'm good. I'll pass.
No, I'm good. I'm good
Yeah.
on all that.
That whole thing. That whole thing doesn't make any sense to me, really. To be honest with me, how one thing can be cultural cancel, but her song isn't. It could be played on national television. What's the name of her fucking song?
WAP,
Yeah, but what does it stand for?
wet
Wet-ass
ass
pussy.
pussy.
Yeah, give me a fucking break, dude. How could that be okay for kids to see and not have to shit? Or How could that be okay and not the song "It's Cold Outside, Baby"?
I know.
Okay, here's the deal. If I had grandkids, okay, and my little granddaughter's like 5, 6 years old, and she's listening to Cardi B, I am
Yeah.
slapping the shit out of her mom and dad.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm slapping her too, man.
I hear that some of that music when they're driving down the street with their windows all rolled down, blasting, and it's every word in the freaking book bashing up typically their own race in the song, right?
Yeah.
And using all those words that most people aren't allowed to use because
Thank you, Bruce, for not using that word tonight.
we would be called, something for using those words, right?
Hey,
and I'm going.
by the way, Bruce,
Yeah.
I've got a really good friend. I've known him 35 years, and I never say the N word, but we have come up with the word ninja. Ninja.
Yeah.
We say to each other, ninja.
Yeah.
How's my ninja today?
It's just amazing that it's
Bob, that's good, Bob.
how one-sided this can get sometimes. It's like, really?
Oh no, check this out. Check this out. It was probably like 20-something years ago. Me and my buddy used to have a place in Don Pedro. We were roommates. So we drive to Sonora one night to go to the bars. Rule is, who's ever driving, they pick the music. Well, my brother Lee is just bumping rap the whole time. Okay? I'm trying to sing along. So we stop off at Burger King in Sonora to get something to eat. I get out of the car. I'm still singing the song. And there's a line in the song that says, "Where's all my ninjas at?" And I sang that. And he looks at me. He goes, "What'd you say?" I said, "You heard what I said." He goes, "I can't believe you said that." I said, "It's in the song. I'm singing your music." He goes, "I can't believe you said that." He called his mom.
Oh God.
His mom goes, "Well, how did he say it?" And he goes, "Well, we were singing a rap song." And she goes, "You are a stupid son of a bitch if you're going to hold that against him. Change the music to country if you don't want him singing your music. You're an idiot."
Yeah.
Here you go, Bob.
I talked to his mom. I apologized to his mom. And she goes, "You don't have to apologize to me. You didn't say nothing bad."
Yeah.
You see that one, Bob?
But yeah.
Bob knows who that is.
Oh yeah.
Our showgirl owner.
Yes, Becky. I will play that funky music, white boy. I will stay with
Play that
70s
funky
and 80s
music.
R&B for 100, Alex.
Hey, Bob, you ready? Easy. It's easy like Sunday morning.
You know what,
Come
John?
on. Yeah.
I'm going to be in a karaoke bar next Saturday night.
I'll be
and I
there.
will do that for you.
I'll be there. I'll sing it. Where
No,
are you
you won't.
going? Where are you
I'll be in
going?
Springfield, Missouri next weekend.
Oh, I won't be there.
That's why he said he's heading to the humidity.
Yeah, I'm not going that
Yeah, I
far.
know.
I love to sing with you, but I won't go that far.
Yeah. No, my uncle died in October, so they finally got room in the Veterans Cemetery in Springfield to bury his ashes. So they're going to do that on Friday, but my aunt wants me to stay another day. Then my cousin's like, "Well, we got to go sing karaoke again." Yeah, I'll go because the whole family's going to be there.
Oh, good, Bob.
I have a picture of last time. Here, let me send it. Let me send you this on Messenger, John. You can put this picture up.
All right.
As soon as I find it.
As soon as you find it, man.
It only take me a sec. Talk amongst yourself.
Take your time. Take your time, John.
I've got the climp. I've got the climp.
You got the clamp?
Climp. You ever see Coffee Talk on Saturday Night Live?
I
Mike
thought you said you had.
I think antibiotics clear that up now, Bob.
Yeah. Clap. The clap will get cleared up.
No, it's the climp. I got the climp.
Hey, what happened to
so
myself?
We were in, Did we go in June?
You became an icon, John.
There's young Mike. Look at young Mike. Where is he? There he is. Young Mike.
That's at the Fat Cat.
Yeah. I think we were seeing. That's what I picked up on the Toothless Whore. I think that night.
Was it that night you picked up the Toothless Whore?
I was so fucked up. I was so drunk that night that it wasn't even funny.
All right,
I,
Brian.
Mike
I put it
said
on
she was.
Messenger, Brian.
I have
Mike's-
to thank Mike and Brandon for stopping me from pursuing.
They said you thought she was like a girl.
If you
from
wanna
the
put that
club.
up, Brian.
She was just a street gal. They're trying to pick you up.
I swear to
Yep.
God, to this day, I thought she was a 10.
Mike, was she in the club or was she just a homeless person on the street?
She's
I'm not sure.
yeah. Mike grabbed my arm and goes, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" I have
Okay,
no
Brian, you got
idea.
it?
What am I looking for? Oh,
I sent a
see it.
picture on Messenger.
Oh yeah, we showed that picture before. Hold on.
I don't know.
Yeah. Is this in Missouri?
That's in Missouri.
Oh yeah, we showed that one.
Okay.
Bob the Pimp.
Rockwood Man.
You got that colorful hat on, man.
I did.
I am not a great role model.
I sent it to you by accident.
Mike and Brandon saved my life that night. I couldn't depend on my best friend Bobby because somebody roofied him that night, I think.
He wasn't
Bob-
roofied.
Dude, he was eating chips out of a bag. We've never seen Bobby do that.
He dumped it out on the ground in the living room. He was so drunk.
Yeah, dude, somebody roofied him that night.
He just was drinking beer all day long, and then some girls gave him a shot at the bar. And
A couple shot.
He never drinks liquor, so when he took that shot, it just hit him like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, we were messed up that night. I don't even know how we got home. Who were we?
It wasn't that Bobby. Which Bobby was it?
It was Bobby right there in the middle.
Oh, it was Bobby in the
Bobby
middle?
Britt.
He was
Yeah, Bobby
eating
Britt.
eating chips off the floor, huh?
Oh yeah, he was messed. We were
Well,
all-
he was eating the bag of chips, and then there was just like a bunch of crumbs at the bottom, and he was like, we were saying something like, "Oh, you're eating an empty bag of chips or something," and so he just dumped it out on the floor.
Yeah.
Like an idiot.
Yeah, we were messed up that night. I think who did we see that night?
Me and Brandon were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I forget who we went to go see that night. Was it Iron Maiden?
I don't remember.
It was somebody. It was metal. It was metal that night, I think. Oh,
I remember driving by the Fat Cat a couple times downtown, and those gals were out there on the street in front of the place, and they had very little outfits on.
I saw George Thorogood at the Fat Cat.
Yeah, they had good shows out there, and it was a good area to watch a concert.
Yep.
Because you were
George
up
Thorogood
close.
and Augie was the bartender.
Yeah, I
You
forget
guys
who.
always on the second floor by the big bar, or where?
Mhm. We were
No.
upstairs.
No, we were
Go ahead,
always
John.
downstairs. We were always downstairs, right up front.
Yeah, I always tried to hang up upstairs off the rail because you had great scenery from upstairs.
No, I think we went to see.
Hey, Bob knows what I'm talking about. Great scenery upstairs, right, Bob?
Absolutely. You can look down girls' tops.
Mike, who did we see that night? It was metal. I think it was somebody Bobby wanted to see. I know that. I literally cannot remember who we went to see that night. I want to say Iron Maiden. Does that sound right, Mike?
It could have been. I have no idea.
I saw Great White at the Easy Street Lounge.
Great White. Yeah, I can't
Once
remember.
bitten, twice shy, baby.
Oh, the Easy Street?
Hmm.
On the Easy
My
Street?
boss used to own it.
I forget who
Oh.
took that picture, Mike. Who took that picture? Was it Amber?
Brandon.
Oh, it was Brandon. Because Amber went with us.
Yeah, one time she did.
Yeah,
That might have been her. I think it was Brandon though.
yeah. Fucking Mike looks like a kid in that picture.
Who's
I was
in the
a
middle?
kid. I was 21 or 22. That's my uncle Bobby.
Here, this
Brandon's
one,
dad.
this one really shows his face. Hold on here. I'm multitasking. It's hard. Yeah, you can see.
Amber Red, yeah.
Yeah, Amber took that picture, bud. It was Amber.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Well, you know the cool part is I've seen both of those bands, Def Leppard and AC/DC.
Yeah, I forget
Yeah,
who.
I
went-
always wore shirt. I always wore stuff like that because of my uncle. He's super into music, and he got me into it and stuff.
I seen
I saw
Def Leppard a
AC/DC
couple.
in Jacksonville, Florida in 2009.
Yeah, you got a good concert. I got to see AC/DC twice and Def Leppard, I think 3 or 4 times.
I saw
From
Def
the
Leppard in
eight-
1988, and the Scorpions opened for him at
Yeah,
Cal Expo.
Cal Expo. I was there, Bob. We should have ran into
1988?
each other. Yeah, we should have ran into each other.
We didn't know each other then.
Yeah, I was smoking the you know what, so I wouldn't have remembered you anyway.
I was with a hot chick of mine named Christy, and she was wearing tight white shorts and a blue and white striped halter top.
Cal Expo. Do you remember going to concerts to the? Oh God, what was the name of that fucking stadium in San Francisco that they played hockey in?
Oh, you mean the Cow Palace?
Cal Palace. You remember going to the Cal Palace? Yeah.
You
See,
did not
where
want
they
to sit
always
in the
had all the
second deck
concerts
at the Cow
on
Palace.
the peninsula. That or the Circle Star Theater.
I saw George Carlin at the Circle Star.
Circle
I
Star
saw-
Theater.
I saw Diana Ross
Damn. I
and
would've
Michael
liked-
Jackson.
Oh shit! I never seen Michael Jackson in concert, so that's pretty
Well,
cool,
me
Bruce.
neither.
She actually brought him on to introduce him. He wasn't with his brothers at that point. He just
Oh,
went out and did like
fuck.
one song
Okay.
and stuff like that with her. So this is before anybody knew who the hell he was. So
So, Bob, if you had to pick one concert to go back to, which one would you pick?
Oh shit, that's not fair.
Mike, you think about it too, because I know you've been to a lot of concerts too with your uncle and stuff.
You know,
You
AC/DC
could go back
was
to a
awesome. The Def Leppard and Scorpions was incredible just because of the ride home. But I would say the last Bob Seger concert I saw.
Bob Seger. How about you, Brian? You been to a lot of concerts, Brian?
Not really. I'm kind of picky on my concerts. Like, I just don't go just to see a band, and like it's gotta be something like I really want to see. So like, I've been to Chevelle like 6 times. They're actually really really good in concert. Saw it's here. The wife's seen more than I have, but like I've been to probably 6 different like ICP concerts. Those are actually fun to go to. They're just ridiculous. I'm trying to think who else have I seen. Bush twice, which is really good.
Bush is really
Uh,
good in concert. They sound good too live.
Yeah. They actually sound like they're
like their record.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm trying to think who else have I seen. I used to
Who's
go to more
seen
concerts.
Who's seen
Not-
Garth Brooks in concert? None
I
of you
wanted
guys?
to.
I've never
wanted
got to
to.
see Garth.
I saw George Strait.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian. I just wanted to throw that. I wanted to see if anybody's seen Garth in concert.
No,
I've
I've
seen
seen George Strait.
Offspring.
Tim McGraw.
Miles Kennedy and Slash. That was a good one too. There's actually
Chassis.
Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses actually coming to town in October here.
Don't go.
Alabama.
Don't waste your time.
I only want to go because of Slash. That's it.
I saw Alabama. They were great.
I've
I've seen him 4
Alabama.
times.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
I'm
4 times
really
in the
surprised that Bob and Bruce have never seen fucking Garth Brooks in concert.
I never had a chance.
Yeah.
no,
Because when did he give up? Well, I shouldn't say give up.
Well, he's
but
back on tour now.
Yeah, he's back
he's
on tour now. But when
back
did he?
on tour. In fact, the Fruit Yard,
91, 92?
Fruit Yard's
No, no.
got
Around
a,
91, 92, yeah.
yeah, the Fruit Yard's opening back up. They've got a country western artist coming in August down there at the Fruit Yard.
Yeah, you know what? We were out there during football season. We were watching like the Bills and the Chiefs because it was a Tuesday game. and we were sitting next to the owner. She had her computer out doing all this stuff, and I go, well, who's coming for concerts? So it's like Red Atkins is coming. God, Eric Tippin, just older country guys right now.
Yeah, they've got a big
Yeah.
country team going.
Yeah,
I think that's the only guys that are really doing concerts right now. It seems like.
Well, I told her, I said, hey, get Kenny Loggins because he's awesome.
I would
she
love to see Kenny Loggins one more time.
I've seen him 10 times.
Yeah,
But
I would
but
like to see him again.
he is on a restricted 3-year winery only concert tour in California.
That
But once
works.
that contract's up, she's going to try to get him out at the fruit yard.
You know who I'd like to see again one more time because I thought they were really good the first time I saw them was Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh, yeah.
They were
God,
really
I would love
good.
to see Huey Lewis in the news again.
And I want to say, God damn it, where was that? I want to say it was. God, was it the old San Francisco Stadium?
I mean, a Candlestick?
Not Candlestick. Was it Candlestick or was I want to say Candlestick or was it in San Jose? I can't remember. Dude, let's remember what I was doing a lot of back
I
then.
didn't think Huey Lewis did stadiums. I thought he did smaller venues.
No,
I
he
saw
did.
him at the fair.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
fair. You
I
saw
said,
him after.
I thought he did smaller venues. I don't think he did stadium tours.
No, he was with somebody else. He wasn't the headliner. He wasn't the headliner. I can't remember who the headliner was, but God damn it. Now I need to Google shit. But I would like to see him again in concert.
Yeah, I think
And
he's doing.
I've never seen Prince, and I wish I would have seen Prince at least once.
I went
in
into
my
I
life.
think I think
Yeah.
Lewis is those guys are all doing the fair tours. Or
You wouldn't
when
want
they
to
were
see
going.
Prince at all, Bob? For
What did
real?
Prince
At all?
do?
I know his music was kind of hard to get into. You were
No,
already.
his music was all right, but I just wasn't into Prince. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of my
Yeah.
friends at the time when Purple Rain came out, that's all, Prince. I just wasn't into Prince.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
see.
the movie was cool, but you know,
Who did
Yeah,
I
Purple
see
Rain was
that was?
good.
Who did I see that was in that fucking movie in concert?
Morris Day at the time.
Morris Day and the Times, eh? That's it. I was
They
trying to
played the
remember.
fair too. I saw Morris Day at the fair.
Yeah. They were here in Turlock, right? A couple
Yes.
years ago. That's right. That's where I saw them again for the second time.
I saw.
Dude, They got those people up and dancing. And that's what I like from a concert.
I saw Casey and the Sunshine Band there too.
That'd be
Everybody
awesome.
was there.
that
Yeah,
was
I've seen them.
awesome.
I saw the
I've seen
Commodores
them
there.
Yeah.
I've seen them at the fair, the Commodores. Yeah, I saw. Who did I see? Oh, Kansas.
Kansas
and,
is getting.
I saw Kansas up at Reno.
REO
They're playing
Speedwagon.
Yeah,
they're
38
playing
Special was fucking. I'm sorry. I wasn't a huge fan of 38 Special, but man, seeing them again in Turlock a few years ago, that was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, who else?
I
Oh,
saw
I
him
saw
in Reno in '96.
I saw Foreigner
Right.
up there in Reno too.
Foreigner.
I saw Foreigner at Mountain Air.
Mountain Air. God damn. Remember the concerts, Bob, at Manteca Water Slides?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Hey,
I saw.
did you ever do the ski line across that nasty lagoon?
No, my brother
No.
did the bungee jump. I didn't have balls. I got up halfway up the ladder and I started climbing back down. I was like, no.
I did the ski rope across that lagoon. That thing's a nasty.
Yeah, no, I couldn't
Like you
do it.
didn't want to dump off that ski rope on
Yeah.
that lagoon.
Yeah, Philip did the bungee jump. I couldn't do it. I was just like, nope.
I think I'm gonna head out, guys.
At Oakwood Lake water slides before
All right, Brian.
she got bit.
All right, Brian.
I'm going to be out too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should close this up. It's late. We're already like, holy shit, 3 hours and 33 minutes.
I think we already lost everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Becky, we love you. Thank you for always being here, Becky. We appreciate
Absolutely,
you.
Becky, we love you.
Everybody that watches this.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm gonna set you up with one of my Italian cousins.
Oh God. You've been drinking too much.
I have been. I'm like 2 bottles of wine in.
All
Peace
right, fellas.
out, Bruce. I'll call you
Bye, guys.
tomorrow about Sunday.
All right.
All right, buddy.
See you, bud.
Let me play the banner out.
Out.